No mai, haere mai. Welcome to Fly Palmy Arena. And if you were looking outside, you'd think we're in Palm Beach, Florida. We're actually in Palmerston North of New Zealand for a girls' bronze medal match between Taiatea and Koutu. Andrew Horrocks alongside the queen of the commentary booth, Maya Williamson. Already done 2 games today. How are you feeling, Maya?
Feeling good and ready for a third. This is going to be a good matchup today.
Absolutely. The defending champions, Taiatea against Koutu, and Maya is going to take us through the Koutu team list.
Awesome. So at number 2 we have Marira Wairia Tamai. Number 3, Kali Kau. 4, Te Rua Kahurangi Irihai. 5, Iranui Stone Taylor. Number 6, Waiheke Rio. Number 9, Tairanga Bennett. Number 10, Hariru Smith. 11, Mowaka Allen. 12, Waikimihia Douglas Corona. 28, Tiaria Mania Potso. Number 37, Dylan Riwata. And number 42, Nahirata Homaha. Coached by Moana Douglas and assisted by Pomani Douglas Corona. And the manager, Zana Douglas Corona. I think a bit of a family affair in the Koutu side.
Ka pai there, Maya for Taiatea, Roimata Harahau, Caitlin Gable, Piri Lewis, the captain, Sina Gable Te Vale, Tapaya Mau, Hini Maioha Rolleston Gable, Tia Homai Ohia, Waipaira Reti, Tuaria Bauza Horo, and Talia Tauroa, head coach Koha Lewis, assistant coach the defending MVP Ripeka Edwards, and the manager Charles Rolleston. How they got here for Taiatea, as I said before, defending champions. We take a look at the referees, Olivia Murray and Jasmine Dean. For Taiatea, finished 4th at qualifiers and then lost to Opunake 54-49 in the semi-final, a back-and-forth affair. On the other side, Te Kura Kaupapa Māori o Te Koutu finished 1st at qualifiers, finished 5th in 2022, and then in the semi-final went down to a high-powered Aquinas team, 73-51. Taiatea are going to be in the orange, Te Kura o Te Koutu in the blue with the yellow. Maya, which way do you see this one going?
I actually think this is going to be a really close battle. Obviously, both teams will be disappointed not to be in the gold medal match later this afternoon, but I actually don't see one team more heavy-handed than the other here. So it'll be interesting who kind of plays on the day. I know this can be a really tough game to play in with a disappointment, but I think we've got a good one on our hands.
Fingers crossed for that one, yes. It's always nice, isn't it? Even if you can't go home with the chocolates, the gold medal, or the silver, the opportunity to still come away with something is an enticing affair.
Te Koutu do have a couple of key scorers. Waiheke Rio, who is 4th in scoring for the single A tournament herself, and Waikimihia Douglas Corona just went away with Mel Bennett and the under-16 girls earlier at the Asia Cup where they got a bronze medal. So 2 pretty strong players for this Te Koutu side.
And on the Taiatea side, a little bit about the school. It's always about the communities and learning more about other schools that you don't usually run into in your day-to-day life. Located in Hamilton. This is their 19th year, opened in 2004. And only 275 students. So pretty small school. So to have the success they've had, they were defending champions, as we said before. It's a pretty awesome thing, Maya.
100%. And I believe they are a kura a iwi and have a very strong connection to their local iwi, which is all the more awesome.
I love that. It's not like the schools that kind of just exist and you flow through it. There's that real connection. And also, how good are the numbers to be able to read from up here in the commentary booth? But it's going to be Te Kura Te Koutu to get us underway.
I like that she's looking for that little dump-off pass there, but just a little bit overzealous. You can imagine the nerves are a little bit higher than usual.
And as well, apologies to the people at home. Some of the numbers are a little bit different than what we've got up here in the commentary booth. So if we get some names wrong, we do apologize. It's a little bit sloppy there on both sides to start. Just nerves, Maya. on the show court, the coldest court in the arena.
It is very chilly.
It can get to you.
See, Rua Kahurangi was electric for Te Koutu yesterday in their semi-final. Grabbing O boards, able to penetrate and create for her teammates. I was very impressed with her yesterday.
Looks like a bit of matchup wahine to wahine defense there from Te Koutu. And shot clock hasn't started, so the referee's going to have to count this down. They get the ball over to the hoop.
That's a great pass.
The hara is drawn there.
Wahike Rio did a very good job. A little dump-off pass there, using her speed and athleticism, drawing one and dumping. Kuru Totsuku's on their way.
If anyone can confirm, because she's not on the team list, which player this is, please reach out to either Maya Williamson on Instagram or Maya_baller.
Stop mentioning my stupid Twitter name.
Twitter.
I believe that actually would be, as we have 11, Mo Waka Allen. Yesterday I had her, and I think we changed that to 35. So I think we can go with that.
Right, my full trust in your capable hands. Here's Taiatea. A nice little cut there.
I believe Te Koutu actually in a 2-3 zone.
Yeah, it's just the way Taiatea had set up with their offensive scheme. It matched up. And first proper basket here of the game goes to Taiatea. Here's Mowaka Allen up and off the Papamuri. Tūrapa into the safe hands of Tauroa.
Good on-ball pressure there. Wahike Rio slowing the offense. Te Rua Kahurangi reaps the rewards of that tip. A great defensive effort. It's always good in 2-3 zone when the top two guards are working and making it difficult. You see Taiatea there, just couldn't even get the ball anywhere.
And quite close there to, you'd think, one of the, is it 7 aspects that you need to pass to be an unsportsmanlike foul? Is again, Mowaka long there off the tupper. Tūrapa into the hands of Mau. And away come Taiatea.
Pity Lewis, the captain, and younger sister of Coach Koha Lewis.
Awesome, isn't it, to have family members involved?
100% great ball reversal. Ooh.
The Kuruwhiwhi toru there, just in and out. And the Tūrapa into the hands of Irihei.
Believe Taiatea possibly in a zone.
But it's a similar thing, isn't it, Maya, where the offensive players actually matched up perfectly. You know, you're trying to look for, as we said last night, the blank spaces.
Andrew loves T-Swizzle.
Absolutely. I fought very hard to not get tickets.
Oh. That's a tough shot, but offensive Tūrapa, the most important one of all.
Just confirming for this one, no live stats. But we will have them available for both single A finals tonight, men's and women's. Very exciting. Very exciting.
And it's going to be a good matchup, both of those.
Any predictions from you, Maya? Besides, I mean, we're going to probably have you courtside.
Possibly.
So we might hear more from Maya Williamson tonight.
Nahiratsa in the game now, only under 15, so very young player. Oh, tipped, I think, but Wahike, offensive Tūrapa.
Nahirata wearing a number usually reserved for the Fotu family. As that one is in and out, and again, another offensive Tūrapa, a third offensive Tūrapa, and it's going to stay Te Kura o Te Koutu ball.
White Kimihia wanting a foul call on that one, but I think Taiatea did a very good job to stay vertical there, wall up, not give away any cheap fouls.
A shout out as well to Kyle Myberg, who is listening back home in Tamaki Makaurau, as the lovely little floater there. It sounds like, Kyle, we've got a bit of bad blood, if you're calling me a liar.
These T-Swift bloody references are going to get to me soon, Andrew.
She goes to one NFL game, and suddenly I'm a fan. How does that happen? Somehow kept in, and away come Te Kura o Te Koutu, off to the races.
Yes, sir.
And what a finish.
Timeout called by Taiatea. To no surprise, that replay, Waikimihia eating it up, also had a very good tournament so far for the Te Koutu side. A couple of 20-point games here and there.
Maya, this timeout taken early-ish here for Ngā Taiatea. What do you think they're trying to clean up as they have a conversation? A kōrero.
I think it's just one of those things where you need to regain composure. It's always hard when a team comes out firing and goes on a little bit of a run like that. To only have 2 points after 4 minutes of playing basketball is a hard position to be in, but you can imagine how the jitters are affecting them and their offense at the start of the game. So definitely just maybe an energy timeout to kind of regain composure a little bit.
Absolutely. I was trying to think of a song reference that has something to do with timeouts, and I couldn't come up with it, so we're going to move along.
Maybe we should, I don't know, leave the T-Swizzle at home, or, I don't know, you know, 2 references is quite a numerous amount for T-Swift references. So maybe we can leave those somewhere else there, Uncle Drew.
Well, the only thing that's been swiftier than those references has been those Te Koutu fast breaks. Ngā Taiatea have got to try and find a way, if they lose those offensive tūrapas, to get Wahine back behind the ball and slow the ball down.
Definitely want to be a little more careful with the ball as well. The top 2 guards with that 2-3 zone done a good job being very active, so you have to be aware that they're wanting to pick passes off.
Good active defense here from Te Koutu. Nice little high-low action for Ngā Taiatea, and travel is called on Tia Homai.
I believe our baseline referee called a foul, actually, and I think they'll have a kōrero here. Oh, overruled and going to be a travel. I
haven't seen anyone overruled that much since Sean Payton by Mike McDaniel on Monday morning, but it's always good to see the referees have a kōrero, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Willing to make the right call.
Absolutely, and you can put your trust in it. If they've had a conversation about it, you can definitely trust they've made the right decision.
Yes, as Drake would say, trust issues.
Goodness me.
Here it is, Te Koutu stepping through with the right hand.
Oh, tough.
Nearly finished with the kudu whakau, and out come Ngā Taiatea. Gable on the left-hand side just gets stuck there, running out of space.
Pity Lewis. Oh, that's a great pass. Would have liked to see her go up with that one, possibly. Ngā Taiatea have had actually quite a few nice looks, especially we have number 9 going to work, Te Paia, but just no luck yet.
Right, Ngā Taiatea very bunched there for the on-ball. And we're going to see Gable with the step through off the Papamuri. And the tūrapa stays with Ngā Taiatea.
Te Koutu, the dangers of a 2-3 zone. You don't have a man to box out. And a quick turnover there. Well done by Ngā Taiatea to secure. And another steal again. 2 quick turnovers for Te Koutu.
Gable doing some wonderful stuff there on the defensive end.
I believe that score should be at 4-7 now.
Kuruwhiwhi toru, no good. And away Te Koutu.
Bit of a low-scoring game for either sides.
Yeah, it's been a defensive battle, hasn't it?
Yeah, for sure. And I think both teams kind of settling in to the game and still trying to find their rhythm. Both teams, the rim has not been friendly early here today.
I mean, the saving grace is that neither team has Mac Jones at quarterback, so that they know that they can get some points up in bunches as the Kuruwhiwhi toru goes up. And off the tupper, here's Gable. Nice little up fake into bloody nose lane. The floater is short, but gets the offensive tūrapa, and the hara is drawn.
I want to say they're up to almost 8 offensive tūrapas already, this Ngā Taiatea team, and it's not a significant height advantage that they have. I guess that is the dangers of a 2-3 zone, like we said. Te Koutu unable to find a man to box out, and I believe that may be a talking point of this timeout as the teams head back to their benches. Andrew, any adjustments you'd make as a Te Koutu team?
I think you talked about it very succinctly before. It's the dangers of that 2-3 zone and the boxing out. As soon as those shots go up, they've got to try and identify which players are in their area and put a body on those so that they can go up and secure those tūrapas.
I think as well, they didn't even make it over halfway 2 trips in a row, turning the ball over in Ngā Taiatea's backcourt, which, you know, you want to capitalise on the positions that you have, and if you're giving the ball away so easily, they're just fortunate that Ngā Taiatea aren't able to convert at the moment, so they still have their narrow lead, but there's definitely things you want to clean up early.
Speaking of cleaning up, a big thank you to everyone involved, all the volunteers, the Basketball New Zealand staff who have been cleaning up these wonderful little sponsorship billboards around the place. Big thank you to Apollo, Bailey's, Whakata Māori, which we are broadcasting on, Caltex, New Zealand Carbon Farming, Molten as well, producing the official ball of FIBA. And exciting to see which ball is going to come out. It's due to be replaced. The current one was until the 2023 FIBA World Cup.
Oh, nice little shot fake. Had me on that one. That's a great move.
And a big rebound there from Mowaka Allen. Here come Takura Otukotu.
Ngā Taiatea definitely matched up here. Wahine to Wahine.
Ka pai, Maya.
Gracias.
I always like, you know, women are defending women. Why do we have to bring the men involved?
Facts. Say it louder.
I won't, otherwise I'll lose my voice for the finals tonight. Here come Ngā Taiatea. Still again a 4-out, 1-in offense. Trying to wrap that player around. They find her in the corner. Kuruwhiwhi Toru.
Oh.
In and out. But I like the offensive scheme there, Maya.
Absolutely. That's a very smart offense. They move the ball very well. Waiheke, such an athlete, man. Just the speed and the agility to move laterally. So athletic.
One of the highlight reel plays we've already seen in this one. As again, they go inside. Little step through.
Oh.
And once again, we have a tie-up up the top. I think that's the third one we've had on the show, Court.
Bit of a pet peeve when that happens, eh? I always try to be the funny guy that tries to jump and get it and miserably misses. Well done there, Team Grey.
Get that high. Could get to that last notch before the basket.
Oh, I'm sure you could, Andrew.
I could.
Big athlete over here.
I could backboard slap in high school.
A little bit of a hold. No, we're good to go. 14 seconds on the shot clock. So much time for these guys to work with.
Shot goes up. Kuruwhiwhi. Toru is long. And again, Allen with the big rebound.
Nice kick ahead pass there, relieving the pressure. Ngā Taiatea applying some pressure on these perimeter guards.
A nice little show there as well on the pick and roll defense from Ngā Taiatea. Takura Otukotu have to put it up, leave it short. And they didn't hunt down that tūrapa, but it ends up in the safe hands of Rolleston Gable.
Back in there, 2-3. Yeah, I'd like to see them defend that high post a little bit more. Ngā Taiatea able to get it into the high post. However, here comes Waiheke Rio. Tough finish. She is impressing me, Andrew.
Absolutely, that finish was about as smooth as the sail to Waiheke, the island just out of Auckland.
High on ball there. Well done, and a really nice pass to a roller. Just can't get the finish. That seems to be the tale of the day for Ngā Taiatea.
It's going to be personal foul number 4. Sorry, team foul number 4 on Ngā Taiatea here in quarter number 1 of the Single A girls' 3rd and 4th playoff.
Nahiratsa receiving the ball. Just under 15. Went away with Rotorua this year and came 4th with them at Nationals.
I believe you're on the call for that one, Maya.
I think I was, yes. Good old Greg Elliott and me. Huge rebound. And Waiheke again in trans. I feel like a broken record. That might be the 3rd or 4th time.
Shout out to the Bald Adonis himself, Greg Elliott, who mistakenly took leave at the wrong time, which meant he couldn't be down here, but I've told him 2024.
He needs to be here.
Absolutely. He said he misses commentating with you, Maya.
Why would you not?
Exactly.
The best person here to commentate with.
You're just the best commentator here, full stop.
That's what I like to hear. Thank you very much. Substitutions come in. Looks like they have moved out of their 2-3. Oh, cup high. Well done. And they go in trans once again. Oh, wow.
Big steal. What a fast break effort there from Takura Otukotu, ending up in Kuruwhiwhi. And they run out to a 15-4 lead here with a minute to play.
And a majority of those being transition buckets in the hands of trustworthy Waiheke Rio.
Back in a 2-3 here, Maya.
Nice, great basketball. That's tough. Te Koutu all over it, man.
Nothing easy for Ngā Taiatea, is it?
Time for a 2-for-1, possibly.
Maybe even a 3-for-2. But a steal here for Ngā Taiatea. They need a basket. Don't get it there, but a foul called and a great hara from Te Koutu. Not in the bonus. Means they can slow it down, get everyone back defensively and potentially grab another stop. Just want to confirm as well, the score on the monitor is showing 75-4. Just confirming it is actually 15-4.
That would be a crazy amount of points in a single quarter.
I mean, we've seen it before.
I wouldn't be surprised with Waiheke Rio and the way she can score the ball. Look at her go, and a great pass, telling her teammate to cut in. Nice footwork.
And draws the hara.
I love the way some of these players here are able to use the fundamental skill of coming to a 2-foot stop in the key before making a decision.
As a coach yourself, Maya, it must be a pleasing thing when players come to you and know how to do that. Such important skill.
Absolutely. Just the decision making is so much more fluent when you play off 2 feet. You've got so many more options, and you can even do things like this. Get yourself to the free throw line for a pair of kuru tautakus.
Converts the second one, 17-4, 6 seconds to play. Ngā Taiatea need to get a shot up here. Put up the kuru whiwhi toru, is blocked. Big block there from Waiheke Rio, and quarter time.
She looked back at her as well. Give me that. Give me that.
17-4 here. Te Koutu over Ngā Taiatea. Maya, what led to their such positive start that's given them this 13-point lead here at quarter time?
I think they have done such a great job defensively, especially the top 2 guards in that zone have been so super active that they've earned themselves so many transition trips. Waiheke Rio has gone to work transition. She's scored about 8 to 10 points just by open fast break looks, and there's no better look in the game of basketball than a wide open layup. They've done a very good job to get Ngā Taiatea into trouble and get steals and get easy buckets in transition.
Couldn't have said it any better myself. For Ngā Taiatea, Maya, what's the path back for them? Because they've had some good looks. Is there anything, small adjustments that you'd change that you think could help bring them back into this bronze medal matchup?
First of all, I think they have had some really great looks. They've had a couple of wide open threes and some nice step-through looks under the hoop. They just haven't gone their way, like the rims have been unfriendly, so the looks they're getting are not bad. I would like to see a little bit of more fast-paced ball movement before they get the ball inside, just to shift that defense a little bit, because Te Koutu have been very active. But again, they also need to be aware of the active hands of Te Koutu and their guards. Look after the ball a little bit more. Don't get yourself in trouble. You know, it's very tempting to penetrate a little bit too deep, and then they get really active hands all over it.
Well, if you want to see the toll that this tournament takes, if you just go up a little bit higher than the Ngā Taiatea bench, you can see a few players just making most of the bleachers here, just taking a little rest as this tournament really takes it out of you. And this is the professionalism, isn't it, of Cameron and Jess, not being goaded into what I'm instructing, keeping it here we go.
Here we go.
Wouldn't that be nice?
It'd be like that. I think that's a bit of what we feel like too.
Yeah, what game is this for you, Maya? I feel like you're catching me at a rapid pace.
So I've lost track. But we love it here, and we're pretty lucky to see some good basketball that we've seen so far.
I mean, you were doing some of the prelim quarterfinals that we had today for the double A's.
Yes,
and it's one of my favourite mornings where you're just running around. I know you couldn't because you're commentating. You just run around the different courts trying to figure out which games are closed, which ones you're going to have a look at. There's a big block there for Ngā Taiatea. Mau. And the opening hara is called. It's going to go on number 6, Waiheke Rio, for Te Koutu.
Still in their 2-3 zone. Not going to stray away because it earned them a 17-4 lead. And that high post catch, Te Koutu have not done any work to deny it. Ngā Taiatea getting the ball in there very easily. And again,
away comes Waiheke Rio. Gets the offensive two-up and in off the Papa Moody. Such an athlete, and she fought for that one to put the ball in the hoop.
Now Taiatea just giving it to her in her hands. It's exactly what she wants. Nice pass to the roller. Great work. I really like that on-ball usage, and gets herself a trip to the charity stripe.
For Taiatea, they're getting that ball into that high post region so effortlessly. Maya, it'd be nice to see, maybe use that as a decision-making spot. Just hold the ball up, get some cutters coming through, maybe some screens to open it all up.
Absolutely, you don't need to turn and put the ball on the floor straight away. Definitely a spot where you can turn it, face the hoop, and see your options from there. Maybe a little backside cutter if the guards are falling asleep on that side. But I'd like to see them utilise their options out of that high post for sure until Koutu starts to deny the catch.
Wahine to wahine defense here from Taiatea. And Maya just a bit ambitious there, trying to gamble on a steal, which led to that driving lane. But thankfully for Taiatea, nothing came of it there for Koutu.
Pity Lewis, that's a lovely little floater, but again, just back off the tupper. And Waiheke Rio uses her speed and athleticism.
How good was that step through there from Waiheke Rio?
She is talent, man. I'd love to see how many points she has already started with. I want to say about 12 of the 21.
And insane to me that not even a representative player.
Wow. It's interesting. We've seen a few of those, actually. A couple of really instrumental part of high school teams that don't actually play a representative basketball.
It reminds me of Macy Death that was playing the other day. If I went that whole game pronouncing that incorrectly, it's awkward. As the lovely step through there with the Kuru Whakau. And it's 21-8 here to Koutu.
Waikimi here showing some very nice footwork and ability to play off too. Shows why she is a New Zealand representative.
Nice little hesitation there. Coming off of the pick and roll. But Caitlin Gable couldn't convert that. And they're getting all these offensive two-uppers. You just wonder, Maya, because this is our first live stream game on this court, if they just adjusted that hoop overnight or some air came out of it, which means that these shots aren't dropping.
There's a lid on that rim at the moment, and that's a smart take foul there to stop the transition bucket. I like that from Roy Matza.
Another one that was, you could have a case for it being unsportsmanlike, but that's why the people in grey are down there and we're up here.
Yeah, and I like that we let that one go. I don't think there was necessarily any need to whistle that one. I think just a smart take foul to go and to stop the trans bucket, sorry.
Moana Douglas, I don't think, was too happy with the call. Here is Rio, just a little strong there on the floater attempt, and the two-up into the hands of Ohia.
Nice little dish-off pass there, but they're doing a very good job at staying vertical down there and walling up, but not a great job of rebounding the basketball. Mid-range.
No pakite there for Taiatea. Away comes Rio again with the right hand.
She is lighting it up. Today is her day. She wants that bronze medal. You do feel for Taiatea. They're getting great looks, a lot of uncontested looks at the basket. However, just nothing going their way. And another offensive two-upper.
It's interesting, if you look how wide, because they're running a 2-3 to Koutu. If you're not really respecting the ball handler coming through the middle, you've got to try and attack that if they're going to give that to and really narrow that 2-3, which is then going to open up those wing driving lanes.
Little double cross moment.
Oh, what a spin move.
Cycle. And now they have an opportunity to go in trans. Haven't had a lot of those today.
Piri Lewis, and one.
Give me that.
What a confidence booster there for Taiatea as they get into double figures.
And Nahiratsa did a good job initially slowing that transition, but again, just a little bit overzealous with the hands. I think that timeout is going to be to Koutu.
Unsure, we lost about 15 seconds there on the clock.
I'm not sure if anyone noticed that or not.
Always a bugbear, isn't it?
every now and then. Taiatea, this could be the start of their momentum swing. What do you think, Andrew?
Well, you always talk about those sliding doors moments, don't you, Maya, that you can feel the energy switch within a matchup. And as you said, yeah, and one is one of the great ways to go about that, as we see producer Sam with us in the commentary booth, who's done an amazing job here.
King.
Back on camera. Looking forward to tonight. We're going to have our courtside cameras going on. We're also going to have our long-range camera, which we've got going now, but a close-up camera as well. We're going to have it all covered for you at home.
They are lucky, and they've also got some great ball games to cover. The A girls final is set up to be a great one, as well as the boys final.
It's such a special night, the single A finals.
Definitely, and I believe they are going to be very competitive.
I want to see who's going to come up with a haka. There's always a haka at the prize giving.
That'll be very beautiful. Picky Lewis here with a single kuru tautaku. Could intuate this lead just a little bit. Get the ball out of Waihike's hands if possible. Well defended though. Pity Lewis does a very good job slowing Waihike down.
Yeah, Waihike Rio, the way she's going, you almost wonder, do they need to throw a second defender? Her bringing the ball down the floor. Kuruwhiwhi Toru is short there. And a big rebound there from Rolleston Gable. Outcome at Taiatea.
That one just very easily picked off. Bit of a predictable and telegraphed pass, that one.
Just a touch slow on it, wasn't it, Maya? We're very lucky in the commentary booth. We can see the angles.
Yeah.
Players can't always.
For sure. And Waikime here using her footwork and draws the foul. So still a 15-point lead for Koutu, but it feels like Taiatea are kind of finding their feet a little bit.
Yeah, it always takes that time. There is a foul on Caitlin Gable.
Mariwa also only under 15, going to the free throw line.
It is insane how good these younger players are that are coming up.
100%. Good to see, and obviously Koutu, quite a few of them, so possibly a very bright future for those girls. No good on the first.
You can see in the background that one of the Bailey signs just needs to be adjusted, but big thank you to Bailey's for their support of secondary school national basketball in 2023. Been great having you on board.
Love you guys. Koutu remaining in the 2-3.
Yeah, Taiatea haven't really had an answer for it, have they?
Mariwa so active on the top there, but Pity Lewis finally finds some luck, so I feel like Taiatea kind of finding their rhythm a little bit more now.
Here is Takura Koutu into an on-ball screen. Good switch there. Aggressive switch from Taiatea. And Hara is drawn. That's going to be the fourth there on Taiatea. But I like the defensive change, Maya. Really trying to take it to the ball handler. Not giving them any easy lanes to the hoop.
100%, and the aggressive switch, a really good one. Taiatea, not a lot of different positions, quite the same height. So an aggressive switch 1 through 5 could be something possible to disallow any effectiveness off the on-ball. And saying that, Waihike Rio doing Waihike things. Looks to hunt that one down.
Great little bounce pass there. There is space up around the perimeter as the little floater goes up and in for Waipaira Reti.
So, you know, they're having a lot more success in their penetrations now and getting trans opportunities. Oh, go up.
Almost a perfectly executed 3 wahine drill.
Would have loved to see Waipaira go up with that layup. However, they still have possession and 19 seconds, so plenty of time.
Here's Piri Lewis with the left hand.
Tough finish. So you're seeing now these looks that they were having at the start, not dropping. Now they're finding so much more luck, and they kind of seem like a bit of a different team with a lot more momentum now. Great hard switch to blow that up.
Well, it comes back, doesn't it, Maya? You talked about that and one situation as one of those defining moments that can help turn something for a team. And it's all been Ngā Taiatea since that moment.
It's a great cross. Nicely done. Oh, yep, that's going to be a clear foul.
Yeah, the 15 foul there on Ngā Taiatea. That's going to be free throws.
Waiheke Rio has not yet had a break in this ball game, but we'll see a timeout go to Ngā Taiatea. Koha Lewis just wanting to have a bit of a kōrero with her team. See that one more time. Yep, takes the hard hit and transition. So Ngā Taiatea finding their feet a little bit more.
Shout out to producer Rich, one of the greats who is bringing us all these sights and sounds. And Maya, now that we're going to have our baseline camera in, moving forward, as well as our two different angles upstairs. The man's going to be busy, but there's no one I would trust more to make sure it all goes smoothly.
Such a greaser, aren't you, Andrew?
Hardly. Just give my honest opinions.
Aww.
I thought we were done with the T-Swizzle references. Apparently not. Producer Rich is a bit of a...
I can't deal with two of you. I can't deal with two T-Swift references.
Just shake it off, Maya.
Oh, it's miserable. It's not even half time yet. Poor me. I can't. There's too many T-Swifts going on right now.
Maya wishes that she could just...
Don't do it.
Hop onto 99 red balloons.
Don't do it.
And fly away.
This is getting cringe.
I can't remember what the actual name of that German song is, but 99 red balloons, what a song that is.
I think you could be scaring away some viewers, Andrew. People at home turning off the TV because they can't handle the T-Swizzle.
So long as we had their view to start with, it all shows up in the end numbers, and that's all I care about, Maya.
Amen, sister.
Here is Ngā Taiatea. Got it down to a 13-point game. And Roimata tried to step through, and again, it's Waiheke Rio turning on the Jets, and away she comes for a 31-16 lead.
I want to say it'd be an even ball game if Te Koutu had no transition points.
It is actually Toruko Matahi for Te Koutu.
And again, just stripped away. Nahiratsa Homaha joining Waiheke.
2-on-1. Good wall up there though from Ngā Taiatea. Get away with one. And here comes Piri Lewis.
Well defended. Hine in mid-range.
I like the jump shot there for Ngā Taiatea as a big steal. Lewis with the left hand.
And they have another opportunity here to go in trans. Waiheke asking for a foul call, and it's also going to be Ngā Taiatea's position. Just under 2 minutes left in this first half. Ngā Taiatea crawling back a little bit, however, still a large deficit to overcome. That high post flash, free as a bird, but Ngā Taiatea not utilising it.
Nice little up and in. And it can be so tough, isn't it, Maya, when the net is caught up in the rim to really get that depth perception, but it didn't affect Ngā Taiatea there. Big pakite as we come into the final 90 seconds of the half.
Piri Lewis really coming alive in the second quarter. She has been the woman in charge of this little run that Ngā Taiatea is going on.
Up fake, off the Papamuri and in.
How tough is that?
A big pakite as we come into the final 60 seconds.
I'd love to see Ngā Taiatea get a bucket here before half-time, inch away at this lead a little bit.
Well, they certainly had the ball movement that would have led to it, but well defended from Te Koutu, and this is interesting. 2 seconds to get the ball over half court, just do so.
A good job for Piri Lewis there in the backcourt, blowing things up. This is a nice little matchup we've got here, Waikemi here and Piri Lewis. Well defended. Carp high, and they'll go in trans.
Big steal, away come Taiatea for the 2-on-1 and just overcooked the pass.
That would have been a really nice bucket for Taiatea to have, to chop the lead to 13 and gain a little bit of momentum. It's always nice going into half-time when you have that momentum swing behind you. Waikime here on the perimeter, looking to go one-on-one. Trying to play with her breakfast, but fumbles it.
Never play with your food, Maya.
So we've got 10 seconds here. Let's see what they can chef up to finish the half.
Do they try and shoot straight away, or are they going to work the ball around for the final shot? They're going to work it around for the final shot. Here's Rio off the on-ball. Good switch there. Aggressive switch from Taiatea. Step back into a Koutu Fifi Toru off the right of the tupper, and that's going to do us for the first half here. Koutu 33, Taiatea 18 for Andrew Horrocks. Alongside Maya Williamson, we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back with the second half.
This is an opportunity that we can't pass up. Ladies and gentlemen,
this isn't about what we wore back in the day.
we're going to go now. Going once, going twice, no more offers. Sold!
It's about being trusted to get a better result for our clients since 1973.
Sport is about more than just the game. It's about going from teammates to best mates. It's the high fives and helping hands. It's learning when to back yourself or back your buddies. It's actually being excited to get out of bed early on a Saturday. Sport is about more than just the game. That's why Caltex is proud to help fuel school sports.
From us, it's a huge thank you to New Zealand Carbon Farming. The opportunities and the sponsorship that's been provided is pretty crucial for our school.
We're buying new volleyball gear, so volleyball nets, balls and the stands to attach the volleyball nets to the floor. Volleyball is a very popular sport. Kids find it to be fun.
We'd just like to thank you from Tauranga High School. See.
Funding is a real challenge. We know that a lot of schools face that ongoing, and the reality is if you go to a lower decile school in New Zealand, you are less likely to be able to afford to participate in sport.
Obviously, having come through it myself with kids and being one of those kids myself who played sport, I know how much it defined who I was. And now being able to go, I can't fix it all, but we can help and try and give to those people who are going through really tough times.
Welcome back here to Palm Beach, aka Fly Palmy Arena in Palmerston North. Andrew Horrocks alongside Maya Williamson. And Maya, off here, we were just discussing some of the great nuances of the 2-3 zone and why it can be so effective. What have you seen here from Te Kura o Te Koutu?
Well, Te Kura o Te Koutu have played a very nice 2-3 zone Usually, some 2-3s you can become very complacent and become a little bit lazy. However, I like the fact that the top 2 guards in this Te Koutu zone, notably Waiheke Rio and Nahiratsa Haumaha, have done a very good job at applying pressure on these guards and not allowing anything, even any penetration from those top 2 guards, and getting a lot of steals that have led to upwards of 20 points in transition.
On the other end, Taiatea had a lot of success at the back end of quarter number 2, specifically when they're a bit more aggressive in switching their pick and roll defense. Talk me through why that can be such an effective thing to do.
Well, I think it just really neutralises any of the effectiveness, especially the aggressive switch. The person comes off the screen and they're immediately met with a hard coverage, maybe even a little stab at the ball there, and then all of a sudden their momentum and options off that become gone. If you've got an aggressive switch with hands in your face, it's hard to see the roll. You can't pull up for a shot, and then it makes your penetration lane even harder. So I think they've done a very good job there at disabling anything coming off of the on-ball screen. However, just not a lot of success on the offensive end. They did a better job, and we saw Piri Lewis able to finish better in that back end of the quarter, like you said. However, just not a lot of success on a couple of their kudu whiwhiturus and a couple of bunnies they missed too.
Good to see, just before on screen, a future secondary school nationals basketballer.
And we will be underway in the second half very shortly. Taiatea with a chance here to push the lead back to only 13. I'd love to see a comeback run here. Would you, Andrew?
I mean, I'm always a fan of a close game. What we call those cinematic finishes.
Cinematic finishes.
Maybe that's what producer Jess's feature film is about next year.
It's a great move, but can't get the finish to go. However, they've done a very good job at rebounding the ball offensively.
Always a fan of a Musashi can, as away come Takura Koutu.
Doing a good job to neutralise Waiheke Rio there, instructing her teammate to reverse the ball.
Yeah, interesting there. I thought Taiatea had an opportunity to trap in the corner. Elect not to go for it.
Great box out.
And ends up into the hands of Taiatea. Away comes Piri Lewis.
Such a fan when people actually box out effectively. One of my most favourite things in the game. And great job there to draw the foul. Tia Humai will go to the line. See that again?
It's one of the joys of an effective cut, isn't it? Just a running start against the defense makes things easier for you.
Ooh, these rims have not been Taiatea's friend today.
Converts. No conversion on the second one. And away come Takura Koutu. Shout out as well to Laurie McDaniel, who is down here.
Laurie McDaniel just texting me and telling me she's loving my work. I'm sure she loves yours too, Andrew. Laurie, you are the GOAT.
Well, it's nice to have one fan at home.
I've got multiple.
I was talking about myself.
Oh, right.
We all know people are big fans of you, Maya. Looking forward to your commentary at the Chic 3x3 that's coming up down in Invercargill.
It's going to be a good time.
There's different changes between 3x3 and 5-on-5.
Always love a challenge, and I'm up for it. Taiatea also up for the challenge. Here they go in trans, and it's a great find. Lovely ball movement.
Always nice when the extra pass comes into play. As the little hook shot is good from Tapaia Ma'u. And again, Piri Lewis fighting for it. It will be called for the hara. Only their first one of quarter number 3.
Piri Lewis, I love how active she has been. Has she had a break yet today? I don't think she has.
I don't think so. Just like you, she's going all day.
Don't forget, Andrew has 4 games in a row today, so you're going to hear that angelic voice 3 more times after today. Waikimi here, it's too easy. Down the lane to her left hand.
That Kura Whakau was taken with perfection with the left hand. Always nice to see a good left hand layup, isn't it, Maya?
Absolutely, love those fundamentals.
Speaking of fundamentals, Gators Club, what have you got coming up to work on in the future with your coaching career?
I've got the Middleton Grange school team, which is closely affiliated with the Gators Club, again next year in a rebuilding stage at the moment, which is why I'm put a big emphasis on the development of young women here in New Zealand. The up-and-coming talent is incredible, and bit of bits and bobs here and there.
Is your brother Jack still coaching?
Jack Williamson has recently moved to London.
Really?
For OE. Yep, so no longer involved. However, my brother Jimmy Williamson is coaching here with the Hornby Boys High School in the single A competition. So, bit of a basketball family that I live in.
Very nice. Had the pleasure of coaching against Jack once upon a time.
How'd you
Wonderful
go?
young man.
Did you beat him?
We won in overtime.
Good stuff.
I had an under-16 team, he had an under-17 team.
Oh,
Felt
car
good.
pie. Always good to beat a Williamson. Great spin move there. Oh, can't get the finish to go, but I love that move from Te Rua Kahurangi.
Doing a wonderful job, aren't they, Te Kura Te Koutu? Even though the ball's not going in the hoop a ton at the moment, they're doing all the right things to get themselves over the line.
Waiheke Rio, I don't think she's in a lot of foul trouble. I don't think she's had a break either. These coaches electing to just use the last of these players' tanks. They have no more basketball games after these ones, so might as well give it all you got for the bronze medal. Hine can't finish. And one, give me that. Mao has done an incredible job on the offensive two-uppers. I feel like she's got about 8 now, Andrew.
Yeah, you're not wrong. Just into the points now for some double-double action.
Can she get these here? All my commentators curse strike. It does.
Don't worry, Maya. I've seen far worse commentators' curses this week.
Don't want to talk about it?
Yeah, too soon.
Waiheke Rio, you can trust the ball in her hands.
Goes up and off the tupper. Puts it in with ease. We don't have live stats with us, but you'd have to say Waiheke Rio, if not, is already over 20 points for this one.
You can see her ability to just read the game. As soon as her team gets a rebound, she's out in trans and looking for it. Nahiratsa, the fundamentals again, can't get that one to go, but I like that little move. Pity Lewis, what can she cook up?
There is a lot of skill on offer here in the girls' single A 3-4 playoff jump shot. Short off the tapa and the turapa into the hands of Nahirata.
Kali Kau, spin move, does a good job to stabilize herself, regain composure, go back to the right and put that up. But these rims proving not to be very friendly here today.
Yeah, it's a bit of a different rim as well to what we see in the rest of the courts, particularly courts 8, 9, and then 5, 6, and 7.
The double rims.
The double rims.
Yep. And these guys both played on those double rims in their semi-finals yesterday, so definitely used to a very different rim structure. Well defended by Nahiratsa Homaha. However, not good enough. Team Grey decides.
Yeah, Piri Lewis will go to the line. Even if she wasn't shooting, they're in the bonus, so smart move there from Taiatea. Go to the hoop, put the ball in it as many times as you can, and hope by the end of the game that this is a chance to come away with it.
Early foul trouble as well. 5 fouls in only 4 minutes. Maybe a lack of discipline, possibly fatigue setting in, causing decision-making and defensive ability to just drop off a little bit. It is day 4 for these athletes. I think we'll see a wahike, a timeout called here. I'm actually unsure whose timeout that belongs to, unfortunately. However, these teams probably have a lot to discuss. Te Koutu kind of losing a little bit of their offensive rhythm at the moment. Only up 13, haven't scored as much in the last few minutes.
Absolutely, I believe it was what Toru Takoma Toru plays 18 on the other end at half-time, so a bit of a momentum shift. Taiatea, the brighter of the two, had the better oranges at half-time, Maya.
No.
You never had half-time oranges?
No, I definitely did, just not in basketball, I don't think. I think that was a bit of a rugby thing. That's where it sits with me, but, you know, maybe we had different childhoods there. I thought you were talking in reference to their awesome orange uniforms. How good are those?
We cover all bases.
We do cover all bases. Let's see what Waiheke Rio and Te Koutu can shift up here.
Full court pressure here from Ngā Taiatea.
Yep, and Piri Lewis doing a very good job on Waiheke Rio. The only Ngā Taiatea player who's shown an ability to consistently keep up with her.
And almost a steal there for Piri Lewis.
Waikimi here.
7 seconds to go.
She has done a great job today at getting downhill and getting her own. Able to step around the defense there, still absorb the contact and finish. Very impressed with her today, as well as Waiheke Rio.
Absolutely a bit disheartening there if you're Ngā Taiatea. Done a fantastic job coming out of that timeout. Being assertive on the defensive end, but not rewarded as an almost and one there for Te Koutu.
Great find, Roy Mata, front to shooter, and all ear. I don't believe Ngā Taiatea have actually connected on a kudu whiwhi toru at all today.
Again, no live stats in front of us. I'm not going to argue that fact, Maya.
Yeah, and it's hard to win basketball games, that being a huge part of the modern game. Saw the A boys Aquinas College win their semi-final today due to an array of three-point shooting.
And interesting that it wasn't Money Mike Wade.
Wasn't Money Mike Wade, actually. But everyone else, unfortunately, not his day, but luckily it was everybody else's day. We're going to see a pair of kudu tautakus here, Nahiratsa Homaha.
That's going to be the fourth personal on Piri Lewis. So she's going to sit down.
Koha Lewis, her sister, giving her a little bit of a spray. Obviously, Piri Lewis, the captain, and has been a huge part of this momentum swing that they've kind of gained a little bit. She's done a very good job defensively, picking off passes and slowing down Waiheke Rio. And offensively, had a few go-ahead buckets to kind of start this momentum swing as well.
Piri Lewis looking for her third medal this year. Got a silver with Waikato in under-19s and a bronze in the D-League.
And all our representative players here, respectively, at their tournaments got a medal. So at under-17 nationals, Roy Mata got the bronze, and Henny got a gold medal with Waikato at the under-15 nationals. I believe she was also named in the tournament team. All ear on that one. We'll call it a pass. Great find.
It's one of those funny ones, isn't it? When it comes off, it was a pass. When it doesn't, it was a shot. As away comes again Rio with the left hand.
She is incredible.
And it doesn't matter in the end, Maya, where she goes, I go, we go, Rio. Flying together overseas, we go.
What?
Do you know what song that's from?
No.
Good.
I thought you were just creating that off the top of your head, obviously.
Geordie Walker, do you know what that's from?
Geordie thinks you're ridiculous. I bet he's with me on that one.
Thank you, Maya Williamson, as away comes Te Koutu.
Great find. Waiheke Mia able to get her own for most of today.
Great pass there from Douglas Corona.
Good find.
Kuruwhiwhi Toru on the way. And again, it's those big offensive rebounds for Moaka Allen. Puts it up off glass. Banks still open. It's before 5:30.
I like that. Uses her shot fake, gets downhill. The float game, always impressed with a good float game.
Yeah, it's one of those underrated skills. I mean, you look at modern analytics, and it shouldn't affect secondary school basketball too much. But there's so much emphasis on protecting the rim, protecting the kuruwhiwhi torus, that those floaters open up.
I love it. Lovely move. Caitlin Gable, not the biggest player on the court, but able to get her own with the shot fake.
Here comes Douglas Corona. Great pivot.
It's a great pass to a dunker spot, but a good job, Caitlin Gable, to read that one and blow it up.
Jump ball here is, well, tie ball, as it would be preferred to know by Miles Pearce. Oh, the casual step back. Koutu Toru.
Step back.
Waiheke Rio.
Step back, Bobby Jack. Thank you very much. Give me that.
Lovely look, up fake, baseline, and again, well defended there from Takura Otakotu.
They're doing a very good job at anticipating these passes. They can see it coming from a mile away, picking it off. Taiatea doing a better job to guard the transition after the steal. However, they give up a foul there on Nahiratsa Homaha.
And two Kuru Tautukus going to be, and we're going to have a timeout taken here by Taiatea. Down 21 now, Maya Williamson. What would they look to change?
Well, it's been tough for them. I think the biggest thing, though, is giving Takura Otakotu multiple possessions off of their turnovers. And Waiheke Rio and Wyatt Kimihia, Douglas Corona have done a very good job of capitalising on those positions. They're playing a very well drilled offensive game right now, and ability to score at the rim is fortuitous. So I believe Taiatea needs to look after the ball, secure the ball a little bit more. I'd like to see a little bit of side-to-side movement before they penetrate, so they're opening up the lanes and making it a little bit safer for them to penetrate. Any thoughts from you there, Andrew?
Well, I just thought you're really opening up the verbiage in the dictionary, doing your research on different ways to eloquently describe what is unfolding in front of us.
Shout out to Ryan Double Dam for that word, fortuitous. Little genius he is.
Well, that's why I did some postgraduate study over in the good old US of A. He's really brought the noise, I thought, this year, Double Dam.
Yeah, totally. I met him for the first time this year, but have really enjoyed commentating with him and learning from him, picking his brain a little bit.
Anything that he's told you that you're going to take into your own coaching journey?
I mean, there's just multiple things that I've heard him say throughout commentary that I think has been super intelligent. But a true magician never reveals secrets, Andrew. Don't want to give away my future opponents what I might be pulling out next year.
It has converted both Kuru Tautukus. They're 49-26 to Kura Otakotu. 2 minutes and change to play here in quarter number 3 of Single A girls bronze medal matchup.
Oh, great backdoor cut there. I love that. That is what I'm talking about. Able to attack the seams of the zone, exposing the gaps, and does a very good job to finish as well. Oh, and they've given up a dunker spot. Look, Taiatea can't just trade buckets all game long with these guys. They've got to do their work at the defensive end as well. Great skip pass. Picked off, however.
Takura Otakotu defensively, and it's just one of those things, isn't it, Maya? If you keep your hands up in the passing lanes, good things can happen on the defensive end. Absolutely.
Waiheke Rio. Oh, good job by Mel. I love how active she has been here today. Open look in transition and able to convert. A little bit more luck here for Taiatea without the leadership of Pity Lewis.
And it's where those personal fouls can really come in handy for your opposition if you're caught up in the personal fouls.
Ka pai job here by Taiatea, active as ever, and get themselves another position. Kuru Whiwhituru on its way. The bank was almost open. Hine does a good job to get the offensive tūrapa. Hine has a go herself. Just short. Believe there's a door open in here or something that may have caused some breeze on that miss. Oh, Caitlin Gable almost comes up with a steal there, but does a good job being active.
Yeah, I wouldn't blame the doors being open. We've said before, the weather down in beautiful Palmerston North is just sensational. All I've seen is rain and grey skies back in Tamaki Makaurau. What better place to spend your Thursday, Maya Williamson, then right down here in the Manukura.
Paradise North as it goes. Let's see what Taiatea can come up with here. The last possession of the quarter, possibly. can't get that one to go. They'll have 7 seconds to try and inch this lead to below 20.
7 seconds, plenty of time. Just trying to figure out what they're going to run, though, here. Kuruwhiwhi Toru is long off the tapa. And the tūrapa there just going to be held up by Te Kura o Te Koutu. 3/4 time, 51-30. As both teams just preparing some final messages. We can have a look there at Te Kura o Te Koutu's huddle. Some big fans on in the background. Maya Williamson first on their side. A chance to rotate some younger players in, get them some action here in the bronze medal match.
Yeah, there's not actually much I think I would change at the moment. They're pretty complacent at the moment, 21-point lead. They've been pretty consistent. Obviously, their scoring has slowed down. Taiatea has done a better job to slow their transition and thus their scoring. But yeah, I would take this as an opportunity to rotate some of those younger girls, give them a little bit of experience, you know, have the experience of being able to play on the show court, which is always the most fun out of all of them. But I would love to see them rotate in some of their subs. Obviously, you don't want to get complacent with a 21-point lead, but I think this is an awesome opportunity for some young wahine to get some experience.
Couldn't have worded that better myself. I mean, the issue here is for Taiatea. Te Kura o Te Koutu have been very consistent with that 17 points per quarter.
Yeah, absolutely.
They're currently sitting at 10 points per quarter, so on that theory, they're going to have to score 39 points. As we have a look at some signs on in the background, just trying to figure out what they're trying to say.
Yeah, not sure if I can read those.
Thank you, Siri.
Siri just repeating Andrew's brilliant message. We have go NTW, go, go, go NTW.
In song format, can I have that in a country song?
What do you want from me? No, you go first and I'll back off you. Go.
No, I'm not going to sing
Why
it.
not? All these song references, and when you need to face the music and sing, you can't.
Well, no, I was just saying, you know, if we could present this in 15 different styles.
Go NTW. Now go.
That was more of like a dubstep beat, wasn't it?
Yeah, but I'm trying something at least. At least I have the confidence to bring out my beautiful voice.
Yeah, I don't have a beautiful voice. That's why there's no confidence. It's been interesting, though, if you listen to the warm-up music that a lot of teams have been playing this week. I've been used to the late 2010s. A lot of rap music, a lot of Pop Smoke.
I've heard a bit of Tupac here and there.
This week, I'm hearing a lot of drum and bass, dubstep.
Yeah.
A lot of, it's just dirty, some dirty drum and bass.
Dirty drum and bass. Lovely little dunker spot once again.
As we see Rosemary College entering in the background, as well as Catherine Jealous just making her way around the courts, keeping it positive. And away come Te Kura o Te Koutu. Wahine to wahine defense here, Maya. But great little slip there on the screen. Well defended as they were back in that playmaking dunker spot.
Waikimi here does a good job to find the open shooter in the corner. And Pity Lewis gonna play this quarter with 4 fouls. Float game. Waiheke Rio, what can she chef up here? She's been impressive all game. Great pass. Moaka Allen, nowhere to go. Good find. Extra pass. Waiheke. Kuruwhiwhi Toru. She is taking over and Andrew is loving it.
Absolutely, they've gone out and earned. I'm not going to call the game just yet here, Maya, but they're definitely earning this bronze medal as away come Taiatea down the other end, trying to steal this from the jaws of defeat. Thought about the deep Kuruwhiwhi Toru did Rio. Good denial here from Taiatea. 3 seconds on the shot clock. Douglas Corona has to put it up.
And that is not going to count. Didn't get it up in quite enough time. So Taiatea we're going to be happy with that defensive possession.
That's what they need. They've got 10 baskets they need to score with Koutu not scoring any. Denial there on the high post entry, giving Piri Lewis the opportunity to pass and cut. Again, look how narrow this Koutu 2-3 zone has got, Maya.
Yeah, hit the wing, allows some penetration. However, travel called against Piri Lewis. Waiheke Rio looking to eat up. She sees a gap. Nice extra pass.
Toru on the way is short off the tupper and the tūrapa.
Great rebound. Hine has rebounded very well. Great lengthy arms.
Little step through with the left hand, up and
Tough
in.
finish.
And Maya, you got to think here, if Taiatea score one more, Koutu timeout?
Possibly, yes. I think Coach Koha Lewis has 2 or 3 more. I believe it's 2 more.
As the crowd starting to get into this one behind it, Taiatea out of bounds. Piri Lewis to inbound.
Piri Lewis, I've been very impressed with her performance today. Although I had to sit in that third corner with foul trouble, she has been absolutely instrumental on both ends of the floor.
I'd like to see some X cuts off that high action, Maya. And what I mean for that people at home, if you're confused, where they just wrap off of the ball handler. Trying to move the defense of the Kuruwhiwhi Toru from Rio is good.
Give me that. Waiheke Rio has put her foot down today. This is her game. Would love to see a tournament team appearance from her.
All gas, no brakes. Waiheke Rio. Again, that's that little kind of X action we were talking about. Piri Lewis with the floater is long off the Papamuri and the tūrapa into the safe hands of Takura Otakoutu.
Plenty of time here for these guys. They are in control, have all the momentum. Oh my goodness. She is so tough.
What a kick though to the corner, and the aggressive closeout means there's the driving lane, which is going to draw the hara and the chance for a kuru tautuku.
I feel like she might have been a little bit late to rotate there, thus being out of position and thus giving away the foul.
Well, it gave the answer to the question, Maya, of who's going to win between an unstoppable force and an immovable object. The immovable object came away with that one.
It was a bit nerdy of you, Andrew.
Not at all.
Not at all. Never.
Ben was talking about it the other night. When the unstoppable force becomes the immovable object, that's when the magic happens.
Ben O'Brien-Leaf, one of the beautiful commentators at this tournament, who's done a great job. I'm sure you've heard him and his lovely energy.
When we talk about great commentators, Ben O'Brien-Leaf, for me, has the most soothing voice of any of us that have graced the commentary booth this week.
And he wakes me up on a Tuesday morning, that's for sure, with his energy. Not even this V can give me the same amount of energy that guy has.
It's an art form. It is an art form.
I'm impressed by it. Almost as impressive as it's Takura Koutu's side. They have a great 21-point lead.
What a pass that was there, Maya.
Nakiratsa Homer is a beast.
There's a lovely little finish there from Piri Lewis.
I think...
timeout was the wrong way. They thought to go to Otakoutu.
So Taiatea cannot take that timeout as they were the ones that scored. Waiheke Rio, you can trust her with ball in hand. Waikimi here, Douglas Corona has been impressive today, as well as her teammate Waiheke Rio. Spin move, give me that, but called for a travel.
Yeah, all these teams, most of them have come a long way to get here. And they just took 2 more steps than required. We're going to see a timeout taken here by Taiatea as we have another look at that call.
Yep,
correctly taken.
As you predicted, Andrew, a timeout here by Koha Lewis. It's been a rough start to this quarter, and they haven't really been able to chip away at that lead anymore. Te Kura Koutu, when they got their early lead, just have kept it succinctly and been pretty comfortable with it. Any changes or adjustments you'd make?
Yeah, well, it's getting tough. I mean, for Taiatea, they've really got to push the pace as time is not their friend. A lot of full court trapping. And definitely probably some zone blitzing. And what I mean by that is where you're guarding space, not guarding a wahine. Trying to force the ball handlers into certain spots that you feel are going to up the percentages for yourselves to get a steal either off of the ball handler or an intercept.
I totally agree, especially as Te Kura Koutu go into vulnerable positions. I'd like to see them kind of trap them in those dead zones and try and give themselves extra possessions to try and chip away this lead a little bit more. Speaking of extra possessions, here come Te Kura Koutu, led by Nahiratsa Homaha, working her handle.
Nice little handoff there into the MVP for this one. You've got to feel Wahiki Rio. Kuru Fifi Toru is long off the tupper, but again up and in from Moawaka Allen. And you can see how much it meant to her teammates, all celebrating that putback of the offensive tūrapa.
Pity Lewis, a good find and a kick out, but Wahiki Rio picks that one off. What kind of finish can she come up with here? No good, but will earn a trip to the charity stripe.
It's an art form, isn't it, Maya, to be able to draw that many hudders. As we have another look here on the action replay. Still yet to get a sponsorship. If your company is interested in getting involved, because there's a lot of instant replays we've had from producer Rich this week, please contact Catherine with a K and 2 N's at nz.basketball.nz.
Try both and see which one works.
Which one comes back to you?
Shout out to the BBNZ staff, though, putting on an absolute clinic. They've had, you know, a couple of ups and downs with leaking courts and whatnot, but they've done a great job to be adaptable. We love you guys.
I think what's made their job so much easier, Myers, is no annoying commentators this year that have accused the draw of being wrong, which has led to some unhappy people. Everyone's happy campers this year. The draw's being confirmed by multiple eyes, and it just makes life easier for all involved.
Absolutely. We've been treated very well, so nothing to complain about here. Waiheke Rio, ball in hand. A great matchup we have between her and Pity Lewis.
Here is Rio again. 3 and change to play. Quarter number 4. This one basically in the books here for Te Kura Koutu. Great ball movement.
No. And almost an offensive tūrapa, but gives away a foul instead.
Thought I was listening to Andrew Dewhurst and his pop just then, Maya.
I actually don't know what that is. Can you please stop making references that make me look uncultured?
Do you not know who Andrew Dewhurst is?
I don't want to talk about it on live commentary because it makes me look stupid. I'm not trying to embarrass myself over here.
Kurufifi Toru in and out. And away comes Rio again. Great kick ahead.
Ka pai. Waiheke Rio, I'd love to see what her stat line is at now. Feeling like she's going to be inching away at a triple-double, to be honest.
Pity Lewis, great kick out for the Kurufifi Toru is short. And 2.5 minutes to play here in quarter number 4. The Wahine bronze medal match. Don't forget as well, after the conclusion of the boys' single A gold medal match, we will have the prize giving for single A boys and girls, awarding of the medals as well as the tournament teams. And I can promise you one thing, we're going to get a rousing haka from a school at some point. It's happened every year I've been here, and it's one of the highlights for me of the single A's is the amazing waiatas and hakas that we are treated to from these exceptional schools.
Absolutely, a beautiful celebration of culture that we see from multiple schools here, and definitely appearances in the tournament team from a couple girls on the court right now, I'm going to assume. Great pass. 4-on-1,
and one of the beautiful things of the last 2 minutes, the clock stops. If you concede a basket, you're allowed to substitute, and we're seeing some players who haven't had a lot of minutes during this tournament getting the opportunity to shine on the centre court.
And you love to see it, don't you? Waiheke Rio, though, still hasn't had a break in this ball game, I don't believe. And that has earned them a safe 20-point lead. There she goes again. 8 seconds to work with.
Let's see what she can conjure up here with the left hand. Step back for the Koutu Fifi Toru.
Oh my goodness. Step back, Bobby Jack. Give me that.
Maya Williamson almost sprinting out of the commentary booth after seeing that. Couldn't believe her eyes.
That was tough.
Trying to burn off some of this energy that V has given you.
Good toot-upper there, and we'll see what they can conjure up here. Will the ball go back to Waiheke?
Good ball movement here again from Takuro to Koutu.
Oh.
Out of bounds. Stay there, ball.
Does a good job, though, to swipe at that one. Disallow the layup attempt. See that one more time. Oh, that's clean.
Oh, question for you, Maya. Did the ball come to rest in the hands of the Taiatea player?
I actually didn't really inspect the replay that much. I kind of just moved on. Just said cup eye and move on. Next play mentality, you know what I'm saying? Under 1 minute to go. Waiheke looking to get another Koutu Fifi Toru.
It's up. It's off the tupper, out of bounds. 42.3 to play. Well, Maya, I'm just about ready to call this one. I think Koutu is going to come away with the victory.
I think that's a safe bet, and they will be going home with some new silverware or bronzeware.
A few bronze statues. There's Pity Lewis. What an attack there. Koutu Fifi Toru is up, and that's short.
Oh, wow.
I'm telling you, this is why single A's is special. I don't know if you can pick that up on the mics in the background, but multiple teams here getting around the waiata.
Sounds very beautiful, doesn't it, Andrew? Much better than anything we could ever do.
You don't hear much from us in the commentary booth. We're just taking it in and letting you enjoy the atmosphere that's going on in the background.
Great defensive play there by Mal. See if they can finish on a high note here. Kapai, great move.
Good to see some other schools as well getting involved. You saw Manukura there in the background. We'll be seeing their boys next. So that's going to do it here for the girls' single A bronze medal match. Takuro to Koutu taking down Taiatea 71-48. Maya Williamson, final thought from you today?
That was a great, well-earned battle by Takuro to Koutu. Congratulations to the girls. A well-earned battle and a great ball game they put on for us today, Andrew.
From myself, Andrew Horrocks, alongside Maya Williamson, producer Rich, camerawoman Jess. We're going to take a quick break and we will be back with the boys' bronze medal match.
Funding is a real challenge. We know that a lot of schools face that ongoing, and the reality is if you go to a lower decile school in New Zealand, you are less likely to be able to afford to participate in sport.
Obviously, having come through it myself with kids and being one of those kids myself who played sport, I know how much it defined who I was. And now being able to go, I can't fix it all, but we can help and try and give to those people who are going through a tough time. It's a real privilege, but you know, for us, we want to see others get involved in this. This is not a selfish thing for Apollo. This is about how can we get, whether it's construction or other businesses, to get involved in this.
There's a lot of things that kids miss out on, and so to have businesses step up and want to be involved and to help is a game changer for schools. It really is.
This is a call to action.
It was really hard to try and keep it together every day.
I need some help.
Simple tools.
Is he here with his body or is he up here with his hinengaro?
For parents in need.
E tino he hena hau ki te whakapakari, i ahau anō.
Tāhua. Mai te tirohanga Māori. Kids don't come with a manual with Nathan Wallace. Ki whakata Māori, me Māori Plus.
Okay. Yes. Okay. Yeah.
This isn't about long-distance calling, technology, or living overseas.
Do I have one more bid? Thank you.
We're going to go once. We're going twice.
And we are sold to the Kiwi phone bidder from Manchester.
It's about Bailey's finding buyers that others can't.
Sport is about more than just the game. It's about going from teammates to best mates. It's the high fives and helping hands. It's learning when to back yourself or back your buddies. It's actually being excited to get out of bed early on a Saturday. Sport is about more than just the game. That's why Caltex is proud to help fuel school sports.
So sponsorship from New Zealand Carbon Farming has been fantastic for our sports teams actually who went away to tournament week. We're a community who's driven by sport, but often money and the cost of travel, accommodation and uniform can be a barrier for some of our students. And to come out with a new uniform for a number of sports, particularly our basketball teams who have been away at nationals, has been uplifting for the students and for our community. The support from Carbon Farming has been wonderful.
Without them, then we wouldn't look like this.
You want your tamariki to be a part of the community. Keep getting all these feelings like he's never going to fit.
That gets pretty hard. I'm so grateful that Clara has answered those prayers.
There's just always this bias away from our tamariki. We really need this done.
Our code of compliance, it's a big thing, and we ain't gonna just stop because we're stressed.
Supakura, ki whakaata Māori, me Māori Plus.
Welcome back here to Fly Palmy Arena for boys single A, third and fourth playoff here on day 4 of the 2023 Secondary School Nationals. We've got Opunake taking on Manukura. Andrew Horrocks alongside Mainland Porkai head coach Josh Thompson. Josh, great to have you back today.
Yeah, kia ora, Andrew. Good to be back for this third and fourth game between Manukura and Opunake High School.
Any predictions out of you? As we can see in the background there, the let's go of the Opunake fans. We're going to get into the Manukura team list to start. Number 0, Awatia Burton. Number 4, Taiatea Mohi. Number 5, Elijah Manel. Number 6, Erimana Harrison. Number 7, Devon Blake Kaiwai. Number 8, a man to watch, the son of Jets legend Stacey Lambert. It's Hikaya Lambert. Number 10, Tukarepa Nikora Nimarota. Number 11, Latrell Logan. Number 12, Tiffany Harrison. 13, Nathaniel Bell. And 14, Riri Haukori Himone Tepiti. And last but not least, Isaac Bell, head coach Tietoa Tamara Frost, assistant coach Nick Horvath, and the manager Shelley Manel.
Kapai and ngā kai tākoro for Opunake High School. Number 0, Te Raukura Winiata. Number 1, Chris John Abbott. Number 3, Peke Te Rere Chase. Number 4, Luke Forsyth. Number 5, Bon Lord Almanzin. Sorry if I botched that one. Number 10, Lucas Ngaya Hall. Number 11, Jaron Summerfield. Number 12, Christian Moyahu. Number 13, Widamu Henry. 14, Harry Gibson. 15, Tainui Mihaka. And number 2, Alexander Moss. And coached by Aaron Langton and assisted by his daughter Eva Langton, Queen's player, and manager Adia Prophet.
What a, it's great to see Eva Langton back. Was a fantastic Taranaki age group player, and then went away to the States for a couple of years, came back, now applying her trade for the Tokomanawa Queens, I believe working in Parliament as well.
Yep. She's a busy young lady. Successful basketball career early on. Obviously, I believe will be at the Shit Cup as well for 3x3. I was having a chat with her, seeing what she was up to. So she is playing. On who she's playing for, I have no idea. She just said she's going to be there.
Yeah, there's some interesting player announcements that are coming up. I see that Will Ledger's brother Joshua is moving a little bit north for the Tuatara.
Oh, yeah, nice.
What about Mainland Porkai? Is there any interesting names you can give us here, Josh?
Not right now. No, we're still in mindset. Obviously, player availability is the biggest thing for us. With our Tauahi season just finishing, a few girls just want a little bit of break. Other girls ready to just play on and, apply their trade. And then obviously we have some in the WNBL in Australia. So player availability, seeing who can play is a big thing. So we will find. I might have some news for you tomorrow, though. So,
stay tuned for that. As we see our referees as well, Bethany Mahoney and Paris Irwin. Maya Williamson also in the commentary booth, so we've got that third microphone if she wants to bring in some opinions. It's great to have two fantastic coaches next to me in the commentary booth. Really helps to upskill my knowledge of basketball and for you at home.
Kapai. Looking forward to this one. Still got a fair bit of time. 3:44. Must have been some issues with the clock.
Yeah. They put some more time back on the clock. Just more time for us, Josh, to have corridor. I've missed you this week. Coming in late.
Yeah. Obviously heading off to Papua New Guinea. Thought I would spend time with the family. Monday, Tuesday. Yeah. So yeah, pretty much that was the deal, and get a few things done around the house. So my partner Jade wasn't on my back about not sorting those things out. But I have been watching, following you, Maya, on the live stream and the games. So it's just a different atmosphere when you're here in person though, right?
It's wonderful. I mean, day 4, one of my favourite days. Josh, I saw you as well, running around between the courts, having a look at all the scoreboard, seeing which is close, which games you can take in. Which ones of note did you see this morning that maybe raised a couple of eyebrows?
I think the biggest one would have been the St. Thomas Wellington College game. That was a good one. Obviously, I was a bit biased being from the south, so my allegiance was with St. Thomas's there. Also, a little bit conflicted as I am from Wellington, so but I've applied my trade in Canterbury, so I have to go with the Canterbury boys. Rangiora, I think that was on the live stream, call 5 this morning, beating a very young and good Mount Maunganui team to make it through to the top 8. So those 2 games really stuck out that were, you know, came down to the wire and had a lot on the line.
Yeah, I think a game I really enjoyed was Otago boys taking on Rotorua.
Yep.
And almost got the upset there. Going to be an interesting one. I believe it's tipping off in this round, maybe the next one, if I am not mistaken, but we'll have a look at the draw. It's going to be actually 5:45 that will have the boys quarterfinals. Just had the girls quarterfinals. Josh, can you shed some light, as I've been stuck in the commentary booth, who's advancing to semi-finals tomorrow?
I believe that Westlake beat Mags, Mount Abergrammer, quite comfortably, so they will go through and play, I believe, the winner of the Rangiora Hamilton Girls, which Hamilton Girls took their one. Yep, Myers confirmed that one. And then the other semi-final will be Tauranga Girls College versus St. Andrews, I think. Yep.
That will be the semi, yes. Those are the 2 victors of Pool B and Pool C. That's how the crossovers work. So just about ready to get underway here on the show court. You can see Manukura there in the black with the red. And then Opunake will be in the yellow with the blue stripes. And Josh, isn't it great? A little bit of tribal fanism. Justin Nelson would be absolutely out of his mind if this is happening. It's great to see the local fans getting in behind their team.
Oh, for sure. You know, generally, you would think Manukura would have their crowd to be slowly building as they are the locals, but it's always good to see other whānau from the rohe come and support their own. Opunake relatively were pretty good last year, finished 4th at qualifiers and
defending back-to-back champions as well in this section. So we're going to have a new boys champion in 2023. The players are the stars of the game, but the fans are the stars of the show. And Manukura in the black going right to left. They're going to get us underway as Lambert comes off his foot. And it's going to stay Opunake ball. Apparently, inside word from Dad Stace, been doing a bit more kapahaka than basketball, but now he's at Nationals. I'm sure we're going to see him take charge as that one is short, but back up and in off the Papa Moody for Nathaniel Bow and Manukura. Get us underway here on Centre Court, boys 3rd and 4th.
Yeah, great work on the Papa Moody there from number 13, Bell.
Big Kuruwhiwhi Toru
Summerfield.
Yeah, Jari Summerfield was a star for Taranaki in age groups, was part of the team that got the silver medal at 19s. Didn't play the last game they played on the show court. Back now as Lambert no good, and away come Opunake through Puki Te Chase. Moss, Kuruwhiwhi Toru no good, rebound Lambert.
Looks like
passes it off to Blake Kaiwai.
In a bit of a zone there. Leaving the corners open for the Kuruwhiwhi Toru, so they'll have to shore that up if Opunake start hitting those.
I feel like every day we get through here, Josh, we see more and more zone as that one's in and out there in the Kuruwhiwhi Toru. Don't forget as well, if you want to see the updated draws moving forward, head to nz.basketball. Hit the competitions tab, look at schools, secondary schools, nationals, everything's there. All the stats and figures you need to be more informed than I am. As Lambert with the big block and the steal, throws it off the player. And it's going to be Manukura ball. Good heads-up play there, Josh.
Yeah, no, that's great help side defense there from Lambert, just coming across using his size and physicality there just to deny that drive. So interesting what they do here. Opunake look like they're in a zone as well.
Nice little using that baseline runner, aren't they? Into Lambert in the low post, spins, tries to create some space, gets the offensive two-rapper, and up in and off the tupper. Nice little roar there from Lambert.
Yeah, just using his size there against Summerfield, just a little bit bigger, upper body-wise and physical to get the two-rapper to go. Oh.
Moss, you're going to see him in that baseline runner a lot for Opunake as well. Trying to find the high post, can't do so. Yeah, and Manukura ball.
A little bit off there with the pass.
Good to hear the fans as well in the background. Happy to work it around here. Manukura get it to the weak side. Good spin and dish, and what a beautiful finish there for Nathaniel Bell, really dissecting the Opunake 2-3 zone.
Yeah, it was a great drive there from Devin Blake Kawai. As you see here on our notes, New Zealand, he's in the under-17 camp, so the Junior Tall Blacks camp.
Kuruwhiwhi Toru along there from Te Rere Chase. I'd like to see a couple more paint touches here for Opunake, Josh. Happy to work around the perimeter, but get it in deep.
Yeah, that's the key about beating the zone. Getting the ball inside. At least one paint touch, you know, just to draw the defense in. Because you're going to get that three-point shot every time, as we see Manukura on the drive by number 5, Elijah Manuel.
Nice little X-cuts there. I'll fake on the Kuruwhiwhi Toru into the corner again. Those strong runouts, Josh, allowing offensive players to blow by defenders, but they get away with one there, Opunake.
Yeah, if I'm Coach Langdon, I'm kind of not happy with those closeouts, right? They're just giving them driving lanes, not being square, so they need to shore that up as we see them passing the ball around again.
I'm sure there's a relation somewhere. Do you know what the relation is to Mitchell Langton, former Taranaki Airs general manager, and I believe he had something to do with Lincoln University this year?
Yeah, shout out to Mitch. Believe cousins, that's his uncle? No, yeah, cousins. So big shout out to Mitch. Yeah, he made that all work for the Taiwan trip. So, you know, he did a lot of behind the scenes stuff for us to get there. So, you know, not all credit is to Lincoln, but as we see there from Lambert, getting his own rebound.
Good physical layup. Got to wonder who'd win in a one-on-one these days between Stace and Hikaya.
Actually, funny enough, I did ask Stacey that after their semi-final loss, and I said, who's going to win the one-on-one? He said, oh, I think he's a bit stronger than me now.
Happy to work it around. Manukura just leave it behind themselves. Lambert inside, and again, just that soft touch.
Yeah, Langdon's going to have to shore up that interior defense. He is eating them alive down there, so be interesting to see what adjustments Opunake make.
Good up fake, Summerfield to the hoop and one.
Nice move from Summerfield. You know, he did a lot of that last year because they had, what's his name? The big boy from...
Cam Cornell?
Cam Cornell, yeah. Summerfield actually played well in the final. I think me and you did that final last year, didn't we?
I think so.
Yeah. Taiatea?
Gosh, that sounds like so long ago now.
Yeah.
Taiatea won the women's.
Oh, yeah. Opunake beat...
Oh, no, they did.
They beat Taiatea in the final. Yeah.
As again, the defensive chance going on in the background. And we're going to have a foul called in the backcourt. That's going to be the second team foul here for Opunake.
Yeah, foul on Blake Kaiwai. Good story. I actually was the same year as his mother, Tia Blake.
What age yourself?
Yeah, long time ago. her parents were very influential in the Te Reo Māori space here in the Manukura for a long time.
So it's funny, Josh, Maya Williamson accuses me of being old, but it's good to know that there's plenty of generations before me that are active. As Lambert again on the inside, offensive foul. Paul just wrapping the player with his elbow. Pero Cameron would have known how to disguise that a little bit better than Lambert.
Yeah, that happens quite a lot these days. Our kids just move them out the way with their arms, and I'm pretty sure we didn't do a lot of that. A lot of chicken wings though, because Shaq was a chicken wing expert, so we learned off Shaq.
Kurufifi Toru is short, rebound, Lambert gets stripped, but it's going to stay a Manukura ball.
It's a little bit too casual there with his rebound.
You feel like a player that if he really just applied himself, could be an absolute machine. Any word from Stace if he's thinking about maybe joining the Jets wider squad?
No, I didn't really go into that. You know, with a boy that size and physicality, you know, I'm pretty sure Coach Natu will be looking at him to see if he is, you know, available or committed. I think the biggest thing is committing to the cause, right? Yeah, because you can't get everything given to you. You know, you have to work hard for it.
Well, he does have a Jets assistant coach as well of his high school, Taiatea Frost.
Yeah, Tia's been really good, as you see there from
Lambert again. Away come Manukura. Into the corner, Kurufifi Toru is short.
Just eating up every two-dupper is Lambert. Just a bit too, you know, strong down there.
Nice little feed there into the high post. Finds Summerfield. Sorry, that wasn't Summerfield. That was Tainui Mihaka. Jari Summerfield about to come back on. Sitting on the subs bench.
No, I think that's someone else. Number 10, I believe. Yeah.
Lucas Nyahall.
Yeah. I think it's the strapping that makes them look the same. As we see, a Kurufifi Toru missed by number 5.
Great kick ahead here to Chris John Abad. Puts it up, Kurufifi Toru is good, and that's a big shot, isn't it, Josh? It's going to help stretch the defense.
Yeah, no, that's what Manukura has given up so far. So looking at that and seeing that go down, that's huge for Opunake's confidence in terms of what they've been doing.
Just confirming final results here in AA Girls quarterfinal. Hamilton Girls taking down Rangiora 84-69. Tauranga taking down St. Peter's 56-91. Westlake 90, Mags 55, and Stack 97. Napier 68. Semi-final matchup, Stack versus Tauranga and Westlake versus Hamilton. We're going to see a timeout taken here, Opunake. Josh, what do you think they might look to adjust moving forward in this game?
Oh, I just think shoring up their two-uppers, you know, rebounds on the defensive end, and the penetration from Manukura is the key. I think, and getting paint touches, they're going to get those threes every time. But, you know, if you're not early shot clocks, 1-2 pass, you're shooting a 3, that ain't going to cut it, especially if you're not making them. So you want to get at least a, you know, paint touch every possession to see if we can get a layup, you know, and that will open up the 3 a lot more. But, yeah, two-uppers and paint touches is the key for Opunake.
For Manukura, they've been almost relying a little bit on Lambert with the big two-uppers to keep their points tally ticking over. What could they look to do to, you know, create some, they've had good shots, but great shots, and make that score a bit more free-flowing?
Oh, yeah, like they've generated enough good looks to be up by more. I think Coach Tia will be pretty happy with the way that things have gone to start the game. But I think, you know, at the end of the day, we talked about it yesterday, you got to make shots. Yeah, you create the shots, but if you don't make them, you're not going to win games.
Right here is Manukura again, and a little bit more pressure being applied in this zone as down
Great
goes Abad. Got a good look. Rebound, Harry Gibson, and away come Opunake.
Like things like that. You draw the double team, shovel pass, it's an easy layup. You've got to make those in, you know, playoff game situations. Playing for a medal at a national title, those are always special.
You know.
Yeah.
Little on-ball screen. Good switch here. Aggressive switch from Manukura. Kurufifi Toru doesn't touch anything. Was the shot clock reset there?
Yeah, it was reset there. I don't think it really matters all that much, I don't think.
And Gibson's going to get called for the foul. There'll be foul number 4 here on Opunake. One more, and Manukura are going to be in the bonus.
St. Andrews, Tauranga girls. That is one to watch.
That's almost the final, right?
Yeah, like, well, they're the top 4 teams, so.
Here's Manukura. And out of bounds, called by referee Paris.
Yeah, interesting call there as we see the replay. Oh,
right call.
Yeah, it's a good call. He just slipped. I like that no call. You know, a lot of times players slip over, right?
Silky there from Gibson, finding Tainui Mihaka for the easy deuce, and suddenly Josh Thompson 12-10.
Yep.
Under 90 to play in quarter number 1. We have the game everyone's been asking for here in the boys' 3rd and 4th.
Yeah, look, Manukura just need to get Lambert some touches as we see hit one there. Bright idea, just need to sort out their execution there. Like had a wide open shooter. Maybe the shooter needs to relocate into a, you know, better passing position, but you know, those are little things, right? Little things that make big problems.
The big fella to the hoop. It's the Papamuri, and those are coach killers.
Yeah, for sure. You know, big guy gets a rebound. He's out running, looking for a fast break, and you foul him, and all he needs to do is walk down to the free throw line, and here's 2 freebies, and Lambert's been pretty dominant in this first quarter.
As we see Taiatea Frost giving some instructions, was probably one of 9 people in the country, Josh, that goes back and reads the old BBNZ results annuals. And a name that features pretty prominently for the Manawatu in the mid-2000s.
Yep.
Fantastic age group player.
Funny enough, when I started playing, when I was at Palmy Boys, Tia was a year 9 and I was year 13.
I thought he was way younger than you.
Nah, he's only 5 years younger. 6 years younger? Yeah. He's not that much younger than me. Yeah. I just think I've been around longer than he has. Coaching.
Be cool to see of Tia at some stage. I mean, Natu seems to be here for the long term, but you never know. Tia might end up. Head coach is a lovely run up there for Devin Blake, Kai White.
Yeah, athlete. Getting in the passing lanes, using his speed.
Well, what would you change to, Josh? Because they're bringing that X cut from the weak side, try and get the half court catch. But Manukura dropping that top player in to stop it, allowing that top pass. What are some things that Opunake could do just to either free that pass up or then attack from the middle?
I just think a lot of them are actually just looking to pass the ball. Maybe like penetrate off the dribble, maybe a little bit, just to occupy the defense a wee bit. A lot of times we get stuck with the zone. We think, oh, well, let's just pass the ball around and we can create space. You got to actually have someone to be able to penetrate into the key. As we see, we're screening the zone. And just
great
like that.
dish there from Gibson. And that is going to do it for quarter number 1. Manukura 15, Opunake 12. Josh Thompson, initial thoughts as we get through our first of 4 rounds in this game?
Yeah, if I'm Opunake, I'm pretty happy only down by 3 because, you know, they didn't start well, they didn't rebound well, so to only be down 3. I'll be pretty happy. On the flip side of things, Manukura, if I'm Coach Taiatea, I'm thinking we probably should be up 8, 9. We've missed a few easy bunnies, a couple open threes, so yeah. Either way, both teams started off well. One team started slow, the other one started off pretty hot, and it's kind of flipped over and reversed in the second half of the back end of that first quarter. So yeah, it's going to be a close one, I think. I don't think any team's going to blow each other out off the court, so I think we're going to be in for a tight one.
That's what we like to hear, isn't it, Josh? There's nothing worse sometimes than getting to these games and one team's fired up to get that bronze medal, the other team haven't quite gotten over that semi-final loss, and it can lead to a blowout. But good to see both teams fighting hard. The Year 13 leaders want to make sure that they leave here with something tangible.
Yeah, for sure. You know, yeah, you're not fighting for a championship, but it's still cool to get a medal, right? In any national tournament, and I believe secondary schools is the hardest medal to get in the high school or in the age group competition. Like I've got a second place, and that was 5 years of hard work. Yeah, and I'm still tired from it, I think. And I'm not even coaching this week.
I don't know how the coaches, I mean, you look at single A's is 4 days, and that's a bit of a marathon, but the ultra marathon, that is the double A's, 6 days of sleepless nights.
Yep. You know what? Taia's crazy. He did both women and male teams this year for Manukura.
Do you know what he teaches at Manukura?
No, I'm unsure. No, I would see him as a PE guy or a math guy.
I can see him as a math guy.
Yeah. Mahi Pangaro or the old Hakinakina.
Kurufifi Toru there, hits the tupper twice, and out comes Abad for Opunake.
It looked like he just lost the handle there on that pass.
There's enough space up there, Josh, as Summerfield pulls up, that I feel they could get into a little on-ball there, open up the middle, maybe that mid-range pull-up could be on.
Yeah, just what they did in the back end of the first half, right? They had that on-ball, the zone, and drew a double team, and you got an easy dump off for a lay. So it is interesting to see Lambert.
Kuru Fifi Toru for Lambert.
Lambert playing perimeter game here with Taiatea playing the big spot, I believe. No, sorry, number 13, Bell.
Again, great work there from Manukura, disrupting the high post catch. And travel called from Jari Summerfield. Great defense again from Lambert.
Yeah, he walled up. Lambert's got good feet, good quick footwork, you know, able to wall up there and block it. So good call from our referee.
Always pleasing as well to see young athletes that don't bring their hands down, get his hands up the entire time, making it easy for the referee to make that call.
Oh yeah, for sure. Talking to Crystal, it's interesting to see what they do and just kids reaching these days, taking the easy way out, really.
Great kick ahead pass to Moss, up against Lambert, and just realized probably not the matchup he wants. Just trying to get a little bit cute here. Opunake, Kurufifi Toru hit the Papa Moody and ends up in the hands of Elijah Manel for Manukura, up 18-12, 2 minutes in to quarter number 2. Lambert long on that one. Doesn't really feel, Josh, like either team is a barred with the Kurufifi Toru. Really is Summerfield again, long off the two-upper, back short. But neither team's really grabbed this game by the scruff of the neck, have they, and said, we want this to be our game.
Yeah, like both teams are giving away offensive rebounds, giving away second chances. And also both teams just aren't making shots. It's like the lid is on top of each basket here at Fly Palmy Arena.
Summerfield, short, pulls up again, and that's going to be on the floor.
I like to see that one again. Pretty sure he was still in his motion as we see the replay.
Let's have a look. Goes up once, goes up. Yeah, no, he was not contacted at all when he was on the shooting motions. That had to be before the shot.
Yeah.
Good call. And they don't have the benefit of action replay, do they, on the court? So
No. So our Wahine and Gray down there made a good call.
Here's Moss. Has to create something with 3 on the shot clock. Puts it up. And rebound Lambert. Away come Manukura.
The big toot-upper there from Big Lambert.
Puts up the Koutu Fifi Toru. That's short. And again, another offensive rebound. They've kind of lost, haven't they, that wall between the low 3 and the high 2. The high 2 getting up so high that it's allowing those Manukura bigs to find space, and just like that, put it up and in.
Yeah, there you go, Nathaniel Bell there working the toot-upper and finishing with the rua.
Summerfield is fouled.
No, I thought
Manukura can't quite believe it.
No, I thought Bell as the kaipare did a good job there, but obviously not. Gave away a foul. And that's his 3rd, so he will go to the bench. As Manukura bring in Harrison. Is it 11 or 12? That's 11, sorry. Arohamai whānau. Logan, the trail Logan, will enter our game as the Kai Tākaro.
Converts both 2014. Manukura over Opunake. And some tired legs at the moment, Josh. It's going to be who can create the easiest chances. As Manukura perfectly worked there to Latrell Logan for the easy Koutu Whakau.
Yeah, great backdoor cut with the pass from Lambert to Logan on the back door. Just to get the pakete, the bucket.
Assistant coach Eva Langton not super happy with what she's seeing at the moment. All hands on hips.
Yeah, I reckon that's her normal stance there when she stands there.
You see it there on your screen. Kick out to the corner. Koutu Fifi Toru is good. Elijah Manel and Manukura, these last 2 possessions, Josh, have just found ways to dice for points.
Yeah, like Manukura creating good offense with their passes. They're passing around the perimeter and they're throwing a little penetration every now and then as Opunake do get a paint touch, but that's not a great shot there or good look from
Opunake are willing to move the ball, but their ball movement, Josh, isn't shifting the defense, is it? It's kind of, not to say that it's passing for passing's sake, but they need to find ways to move into space and then create some opportunities for other players.
Yeah, as we see Manukura here with Lambert, you know, just a little up fake, getting into the paint, little jump stop, stride, step through, drawing a foul on Summerfield, so drawing the hutter.
So they just had forgotten to put his mouth guard in, puts it back in. Remember, all under 19 players in this country have to wear a mouth guard as certified by the ACC.
Yep, got to be safe whānau out there. So shout out to ACC for looking out for our akonga, our rangatahi.
Saved me a lot of money over the years.
Yes, ACC must have dished out a fair bit of amount of money on injuries in this country.
Right, here come Opunake. Nice to see some full court pressure. Man to man. But away come Opunake. Nice to see some defensive change up as well here from Manukura. As the foul goal is called.
I don't think that's on number 8, Lambert, no. It's on number 6, I believe. Young Irimana Harrison. Do you think I could go out on a limb here and say that Tiffany Harrison is his brother?
I think that's a pretty fair thing to make.
As we see, Namarua is not on my score sheet.
We had a big defense chant coming from the Opunake fans.
Yeah, looked like a bit of a carry there. Looked like he just tried to hesitate the defense with his dribble and just carried the ball. As we come back to our action with Opunake working on their... Oh, it's a tangata to tangata defense here, man to man. And there's our man again, Lambert, cleaning up the two-duppers. He's been very instrumental on the boards, on both ends of the court, really dominating and being able to let Manukura get into what they want to do.
Well, it seems like he's very confident in his ability, isn't he, Josh? And that's when you can kind of get into that flow state that coaches talk about, where he just lets the game come to him, doesn't try and force anything, just assesses things very calmly, makes the right option, and it's making for good things here for Manukura.
Yeah, as we see a nice give and go from Opunake, from number 14, Gibson, to, do we know who number 2 is?
Alex Moss, down the very bottom of your name
Oh,
sheet.
yeah, there it is. I'm used to being in order.
Yeah, shout out Geordie for that one. As a timeout is taken in from Opunake, down 28-17. Josh, what's the main adjustment they're going to have to make to close out this half and try and eat into this 11-point deficit?
Oh, I think the big thing is the penetration. Manukura just getting into the paint whenever they want. And now finding, instead of finding the three-point shooter, they weren't doing a good job of knocking down the shots. They were now they're finding the little cutters, the wheels. So it's a good job there by Coach Langdon. I would have called that timeout too. So just to calm the troops, and for Tia, just keep doing the same, boys. Generating enough shots there, things will start knocking down. So yeah, be interesting to see how the next 3:57 goes in this first half.
Well, if it's a timeout worthy of Joshua Thompson of the Mainland Pokai, you're doing the right things tactically. And a big thank you, of course, to our sponsors this week, Caltex, Bailey's. We're broadcast on Whakata Māori this year for the first time ever, having 2 courts going, Josh, sometimes simultaneously. How have you enjoyed the broadcast while you're away, and then as well, I can see you tuning in from time to time while you're down here?
Oh, no, it's awesome. Being able to see multiple games. I was just saying the ultimate goal would to have 9 games, right, on at the same time. I know we can't accommodate commentators, but for our whānau back home, that would be awesome.
Oh, I mean, you look at the breadth of commentary we've added this year, a bunch of new names. I don't see why the amount of players that are growing every year, why can't we grow the commentary team? I think there's enough people. You could anchor a few broadcasts yourself.
Yep. Yeah, no, I think I could. I can't hold it down like Andrew can, though, but we could probably get Greg here.
Yeah, I think I've told Greg 2024 he's got no excuse. Is that going to be offensive or defensive? Defensive foul is called there. Now, what number is this going to be on Lambert? This is going to be intriguing. Believe it should be his second.
Yeah, second. Yeah, it is. Yeah. I think we're talking about all 9 courts. Imagine all 9 courts for stats as well.
Yeah, I mean, again, it's that thing, doesn't it, of coming down as the big kuruwhakau is easily put in there from Irimana Harrison, but You need the right people knowing how to do it.
Yeah, for sure.
And, I mean, you look at Basketball Manawa 2, T.S. Petley doing a fantastic job. 36 volunteers every single round providing the school bench. Imagine if we did have stats. I would love for that to happen.
Yeah, that would be awesome, you know, seeing all those things as we see Opunake. And here's the biggest roar from our crowd down there for number 12, I believe that was.
Well, if this keeps going, Josh, you can only imagine what the atmosphere for the finals is going to be like tonight.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Electric. Looking forward to our first final after this is our Manawahine, and I believe that's Aquinas taking on Opunake.
Yeah, going to be good one. Had a lovely chat with both Mike Rogers and Angelo Hill prior to this game. And Angelo, what a wonderful man to have a kōrero with.
Yep.
He's a very smooth talker.
Yeah, Coach Mike Rogers, you know, produced 2 very good shooters in Emma and Sophie.
You can see in the background as well the stack woman at the other side of the court.
Yep. Wouldn't say it was comfortable, but yeah, you have to say comfortable win.
There's no such thing as a comfortable win this year, Josh. Years prior, you could easily say up until the semi-finals that there were comfortable wins, but this year, I don't think I've seen a Nationals that has been so difficult to predict.
Yeah, no, for sure. Like, going into this, you know, the talk around Rotorua boys being a favourite for the AA, coming in here, seeing the results from the single A, you know. Opunake being the defending champs and having a good run, being beaten at regionals and finishing 4th at qualifiers. But then you look at this Manukura team, they finished 6th at qualifiers and they're here playing in the 3rd and 4th game.
Again, big cheers. We're going to have a foul called. That's going to be the second team foul here on Opunake. So you don't mind that, do you, Josh? Last 2 minutes, try and be a little bit aggressive when you've got fouls to play with?
Yeah, definitely. You know, you're not in the bonus, so if you're going to give away a foul like that, that's always smart. We talk about those, you know, if you get beat, especially late in games, right? That's where it becomes important. Even, well, really, any time's important.
And these are key minutes as well for Manukura with Lambert sitting out.
Yep, he's got his 3rd.
An easy travel call there for a referee at Paris. I believe also a cameraman himself.
Oh, nice. As we see a quick timeout here by Coach Tia Frost.
I like this. You've got what? Three potential positions. Maybe just try and orchestrate what you want all 3 of those. Try and get yourself as close as you can to 40 points at halftime. That means offensively, you're going pretty well in these 10-minute quarters.
Oh, for sure. If you're producing 40 points, you know, going at 20 a clip, that's pretty good. Like, we haven't actually seen a lot of games in the hundreds, right? I think the only one would have been that Rotorua Christ College one last night.
We had one other on this court.
Yeah.
I can't remember which one it was. But you're right. It's it hasn't been easy. It just shows you how close all these games have been, really.
Yeah. I also put that down to the break, the 3-week break that you have from qualifiers to nationals, when there's no real, you're not playing games.
Well, it depends. I mean, some places, it used to always be a full shutdown. I know Harbour Basketball still ran their local secondary school leagues in that time period.
Yeah.
But it's something you talk about of how do you fill that space? I mean, traditionally, right, Term 2 was rep basketball leading into secondary internationals in the July school holidays, and Term 3 is always the school-specific things. But, yeah, how can we smarten up the calendar? I mean, one thing I would love to see would be rep basketball nationals at Easter.
Yes.
So rep basketball is Term 4, Term 1.
Yep.
You have your nationals, and your school basketball is Term 2, Term 3.
Yep, bit of a hikoi there from Blake.
As I can see, Tori Williams put her hands on her head. Like, no, Andrew, what have you done? Why are you suggesting we change the calendar so we have to work more? Just trying to spread out the workload.
Oh, nice.
Big and one. There for Opunake. As you have another look here at the action replay. Got around the man off the Papamuri and in for the Rua.
Yep. So there's Moiahu with the Rua Metatahi. The old N1.
Still looking for a sponsor for our action replay. I've emailed Catherine with a K and 2 N's at nz.basketball or Geordie with an I at nz.basketball. Either of those options, we'll be able to give you a list of sponsorship options.
Nice move there by number 5, Mainel. Just quick, explosive off the mark.
Opunake, Moss, Kurufifi, Toru is good! Big confidence boost here for Opunake. Down 7 now, 44 seconds to play.
Yeah, I think you were pretty close, 3 possessions. This is Manukura's 3rd now, so we'll see what they do with this.
I thought they were going to shoot it, then go for the 2 for 1. Looks like they're willing to hold for a last good shot. Kurufifi Toru.
Nice.
Is good.
As we see Tia encourage, stop celebrating because we got to play defense.
Not quite the booming voice of the old man, is it?
No,
but,
definitely
you feel
not.
A few more years of maturity, and it could really start to liven up for Tia Frost.
Yeah, as we see Tia commanding his team, saying, "Hey, let's hold it for the last shot."
Kurufifi Toru is good. It's up. And no good. So halftime here at Fly Palmy Arena. Manukura 38, Opunake 28. We're going to take a quick break and be back with the second half.
I just want to thank New Zealand Carbon Farming for taking the initiative and supporting schools like ours.
It's really important they have that outlet to come to kura for another reason other than curriculum, and for some reason in our water our kids just breathe sport, and having that resource here makes life that much more enjoyable and they can keep doing what they're good at.
Having this funding, being able to use it specifically targeting sport is hugely beneficial.
This isn't an ad about four-wheel drives. It's about knowing the place, as well as the locals.
We found the place. That's a good start. Built by my great-grandfather 20 years ago.
We had to make sure from the beginning, yep, this is what we're going to do and we're going to go all in.
And it was us.
So I was so determined to have this pepe.
Puro pepe, ki whakaata Māori me Māori Plus.
Funding is a real challenge. We know that a lot of schools face that ongoing, and the reality is if you go to a lower decile school in New Zealand, you are less likely to be able to afford to participate in sport.
Obviously, having come through it myself with kids and being one of those kids myself who played sport, I know how much it defined who I was. And now being able to go, I can't fix it all, but we can help and try and give to those people who are going through tough times. It's a real privilege, but you know, for us, we want to see others get involved with it. This is not a selfish thing for Apollo. This is about how can we get, whether it's construction or other businesses, to get involved in this.
There's a lot of things that kids miss out on, and so to have businesses step up and want to be involved and to help is a game changer for schools. It really is.
Sport is about more than just the game. It's about going from teammates to best mates. It's the high fives and helping hands. It's learning when to back yourself or back your buddies. It's actually being excited to get out of bed early on a Saturday. Sport is about more than just the game. That's why Caltex is proud to help fuel school sports.
The bait is over.
What I can almost guarantee is there's going to be some good fish here today.
Tuna in every 2 days.
I was pretty excited actually. Went from 0 to 100 real quick.
For a real good time.
All guns blazing.
Oh.
Yeah, my technique, it was me. Not.
Get in the water, Wild 2 Day, ki whakaata Māori.
Another day in paradise.
Welcome back here to Fly Palmy Arena as we take in the sights and sounds of the Opunake bench. We can see the Bestling got the best fans thus far. Andrew Horrocks alongside Malin Porkai, head coach Joshua Thompson. Josh, what were your key takeaways from that first half?
Oh, I think Manukura's domination on the boards, especially the offensive rebounds early, built not a comfortable, but built their lead. And then when Lambert went out there, Opunake were able to get inside and penetrate and then create a couple open threes. So what I have found over this last couple of days I've been here, low scoring, like not the shooting that I expected it would be.
Do you think that's just, you know, you've played 4 tough days of basketball, the legs are a little bit tired. They both had tough semi-finals this morning.
Oh yeah, like they played what, 10:45.
They did.
And then having to back it up at the 4 o'clock game, yeah, that's always tough. So it will be interesting. I think that it's going to come down to the wire, and I think that who's going to ever dominate the rebound count here will win the game. Like Manukura back in there hit a couple threes, so they actually build a 10-point lead off the back end of generating good shots. So hopefully we can see a lot more of that from them in this quarter if you're a Manukura fan, and if you're Opunake, shoring up their defense and getting some two-uppers, right?
Both teams just getting started a little bit early. It's going to be Manukura going at left to right in the black and red, Opunake in the yellow and blue. And underway here for quarter number 3. Straight into a high on ball. They're just trying to shift the defense. Not much of an attacking option, Josh.
No, like you've got, if you're going to use the high on ball, you've got to be able to come off there and see daylight. But like beautiful little high-low action there.
Just kind of create some space, wasn't it, for Lambert underneath. Uses his body very well to put it up and in off the Papamuri.
Yeah, very good. Uses his strength too and just overpowers the defender. But with Summerfield on the bench, it's an interesting move there from Opunake to have Summerfield start off the bench.
Yeah, Tawanda, he didn't really play much in the game that they were last on the live stream. So I just wonder if he's nursing a little bit of an injury. I don't want to speculate on too much.
I heard he did hurt his shoulder on day 1.
And a foul called there on number 13, Nathaniel Bell.
Offensive, how did he? Yeah, like from what I got told, Summerfield punched someone, shot off the backboard and hurt his shoulder. I was
wondering where you were going with that. You were teasing me with that story.
I was. Wow.
Here's Opunake, Moss on the right wing. Abad. Haven't seen much of Te Raukawa Winiata, but here he is making his appearance for Opunake. Kurufifi Toru is off the tapa, and no one grabs the tūrapa. It's going to be Manukura ball.
Yeah. Little chase there from Abbott. Chris John Abbott, I believe, was in the championship team that played last year as well.
Yeah, I remember the name. There's a few remnants, isn't it?
Yeah. As we see that high-low action this time.
Just dicing through the zone defense of Opunake.
Logan to Lambert there. Yeah, that Opunake really going to have to shore up what they're doing on the high-low defense, as we see a little grab there from Logan.
As well, great work from Manukura. They're, a good way to dissect a 2-3 zone is to get the ball into the high post, but they're willing to give up the perimeter pass to restrict that pass into the high post.
Great deny. Nice reaction there.
And speaking of, the high post opens up for Harry Gibson and puts it in there for the Rua.
Little inbound. He was the inbounder there, Gibson, and he just found the seam and worked his way into it. As we see the nice spin, turnover, maybe shoot the ball because his man has a offensive rebound position.
Yeah, that's what it was going to open up. As here's Moss off the Papamuri up and in. Positive start here for Opunake. Whatever was said by Coach Langtons and whatever oranges they had, it's working their magic for Opunake.
Yeah, just need to string a 2-3 stops together, you know, on the defensive end and see if they can take away this high-low action as they're forcing Manukura into another turnover.
Yeah, travel called. Right decision as well. As here comes Luke Forsyth for Opunake and then for Manukura. Reri Haukori Hamone Tapiti back into the game for Manukura. Moss though throws it straight at his feet and it's going to be Manukura ball. Can hear heaps of Taiatea Frost in the background.
Yep, backing instructions as we see number 6.
Big Kuruwhiwhi Toru there
Harrison.
for Irimana Harrison. It's a beautiful thing, isn't it, when you can build a lead, Josh, because you can kind of just massage your way through the game, not try and force anything.
Yeah, I think Manukura are doing a good job at methodically going through their offense. You know, they really don't have to change anything with what they're doing because they keep getting the ball in the paint, move it around. They'll look to build a even bigger lead.
Perfect ball fake there for Manukura, creating some space.
Good pass.
To the corner, and that deserved the Kuruwhiwhi Toru. Amazing what ball fakes can do against the zone, isn't it?
Yeah, just right there. Meanwhile, Mainil with the penetration found Tupeti in the corner, but he wasn't managed.
Moss was short on that Kuruwhiwhi Toru. Rebound Lambert, you got to think, Josh, very close to a double-double, if not already achieved.
Oh yeah, for sure. He probably had that in the first quarter with his dominant display with the boards, with his two-duppers.
Moss, little floater, too strong.
Yeah, I think Moss needs to understand, right? Lambert's on 3 fouls, sorry. Can't afford for him to get his 4th, so you know, Moss needs to probably maybe attack the body a little bit more there on that one.
I'd like to see, as speaking of Lambert there, trying to work around, bumped out. Almost a great pass to him, but for Moss, either pulling up for the Kuruwhiwhi Toru or trying to get all the way to the hoop. There's little floaters in the first 4 seconds of the shot clock, not really what you want to take.
Yeah, for sure, you know. Especially in a semi-fast break, you kind of just want to go at the person that's in the foul trouble, right? And Lambert doesn't want to pick up his 3rd hutter, or 4th, I mean.
Great pass in Summerfield at the hoop, off the Papamuri, and suddenly Josh Thompson, 45-38. We have a ball game once again.
Opunake have clawed their way back with stops and just being annoying on those little high-low actions. I think Manukura now just trying to force it in there, which they don't need to.
Right, let's see. Are they going to look for Lambert up the top? No, they don't. They go straight to Harrison. Lambert thinks about a Kuruwhiwhi Toru. It's a very low roll, but again, creates contact and rolls. Floater is good. Elijah Manel, and back out to a 9-point lead.
Moss with the Kuruwhiwhi Toru there in transition.
And we talked about it, didn't we? It was actually made it too, but, you know, either pulling back on that jump shot, which he's got a nice jump shot, or getting all the way to the hoop. Much better decision-making there from Alexander Moss.
Yeah, for sure. Like, he was caught wide open, as we see.
In and out on the Kuruwhiwhi Toru. Rebound Abad. And a play we haven't seen much of in the second half yet. Puki Tereri Chase, as he's about to come back on. I was about to say online. It's not a simulation, it's real life. We're losing it in the commentary booth.
Yeah, it's been a long, well, 2 days for me. You're on day 4, so
nearly 2/3 of the way through.
Yeah, it does get a little bit tough.
Thankfully, I'm allowed to have wonderful corridor with people such as yourself, Josh. Keeps us moving along.
Yeah, for sure. Always love coming in the booth with you, Andrew, and look forward to it. As we see there, nice wee touch around the room from Devon Blake. Kaiwai. He's a very good, he's going to become a very good kaitakuto if he keeps up his hard work. Young Devon.
Nice little skip pass there. 7-point game, 49-42. Again, Manukura doing such a good job, aren't they, of attacking the zone and then kicking out to the open man.
Yeah, they're doing a good job at finding their open guys. But someone needs to take a shot. Oh, I
just got it off
there.
But Devon Blake Kaiwai, you can understand, Josh, why he's so fast and then why he was invited to the New Zealand under-17 boys camp.
Yeah, finds
flying
seams.
Through.
Yeah, finds seams really well. Athletic. Finish around the rim with both hands is always the key. As you see, Lambert just kind of pump fake the Kuruwhiwhi Toru and then takes it. He has hit one today, so...
Oh, in and out. Summerfield gets the offensive turapa up off the Papamuri for the Rua. And 51-44.
Yeah, love that work from Jaron Summerfield. Yeah, I really think if Opunake are to come away with it, he needs to be big on the boards, both ends. As we see a travel there from young Irimana Harrison.
As we see the Manukura bench there, keeping patient. I tell you what, Josh, I didn't expect this to be Opunake home game.
No, I'm quite surprised. As we see the Opunake crowd down there getting a bit vocal.
Here comes Opunake, Moss on the right wing again, looking for that high catch. And Josh, you almost wonder, is there a way that they could use a down screen or something just to free that up, stop the man from coming down? There's a lovely little touch there from Summerfield, and suddenly it's a 2-possession game.
Yeah, you can set a down screen on the zone. That's always a way to get free. I really think Manukura are doing a good job in terms of making it hard for them to get it in, but once they're in, they've got to do a better job at defending. Summerfield, as we see young Moss, Alexander Moss there, hitting a Kuruwhiwhi Toru from the corner, and he's getting all hyped up.
Timeout taken here from Te Ramara Frost, as we see again there that Kuruwhiwhi Toru at the corner, but Josh, I almost wonder, was there timeout taken maybe a possession or two too late?
Oh yeah, like you think about it, they had a layup. You think, sure, I could take a timeout. Let's see what we do on offense down here. They hit 3. Yeah, I really need to take a timeout. So I'm not surprised that Tia took it quite late. But I think the timing of it was granted. Either he takes it before or after. So yeah, it just depends on how you feel. Rhythm of the game. As a coach, you can kind of feel the rhythm, right?
It is the rhythm of the night, after all. As we're just about ready to get back underway. Big thank you to Maya Williamson for going to fetch my kai from the BBNZ office. Butter chicken tonight, Josh. Wonderful news.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, I'm sure if you went and asked.
Geordie, where's mine, Geordie? Come on now.
I can see him shrinking away. Right, so Manukura, their lead shrunk to 2. Boys, bronze medal match in the A. And for me, Josh, that good shot there from Manukura, even though it didn't go down.
Yep, great offense.
But Harry Gibson's just got to close out on a better angle.
Yeah, that Opunake aren't doing a great job at closing out on their shooters, as on their guards, as we see there again.
Same thing again.
Yeah, he's just opening up his hips too much, showing him a lane, and Elijah's, you know, too good to be side closeouts.
Manukura, can they respond? They get another big steal.
Lazy pass there.
And the Hara is drawn. So maybe that timeout was taken at the perfect time.
Yeah, came out, ran a good set. And then next minute, you know, we steal and we're on the free throw line. So. As we see young Blake Kaiwai hitting his first Koutu Totuku.
Can he convert the second? Yes, he can. Back out to a 6-point lead here. Manukura over Opunake. Good ball movement, but again, how can they shift this defense, Josh? At the moment, it's just perimeter passing drills as Moss. Koutu Fifi Toru in and out.
Massive. That would have been huge going into the fourth quarter there.
Just under a minute to play here in quarter number 3. Who's going to take it? And away goes Idamana Harrison.
See, that's the point of difference, right? Manukura are attacking the zone off the dribble, and Opunake are just trying to fire it around the perimeter, just trying to get it inside.
But again, you look at those high post catches, how high they're having to take it.
Yeah.
Christian, no good. Summerfield, no good again. Just like to see them bring it down and then go up strong.
Yeah. And you've got to attack Lambert. Lambert's trying to kind of stay out of foul trouble because his next one is this fourth, so.
Corner, Kurufifi Toru in and out. Still 6 seconds to play. Moss just hesitated. Can they get the Kurufifi Toru up? They can. I would have liked to see him take that one in transition.
Yeah, the first one. Yeah, I think he kind of just got lost a little bit on, couldn't see how much time was left or didn't hear. But if I'm Tomato Frost, I'm kind of happy with that last minute 50. You know, they got it back down to 4 and Manukura crept up.
Well, it's a sign, isn't it, that you've got the dressing room. If you call a timeout like that, things haven't been going your way, and straight away they respond. Josh, we're going to start with Manukura. What do they need to do to continue, try and build this lead out and come away with the bronze medal?
Yeah, I think they just need to keep attacking the seams. The closeouts haven't been great from Opunake, and the Manukura guards, especially in the corners, have really exposed either driving middle or baseline, and they've done a good job at having the wheels. The wheeler comes, so Bell and Lambert there just to finish around the rim. So they really need to, I think, keep going. Defensively, I think they haven't done a bad job. Yeah, 49 points in 3 quarters is impressive. So
now, for kids at home who are going, oh, wheeling's a really important skill. Josh, what's a drill or two or an exercise that young kids could partake in to help learn how to wheel better? Maybe Maya Williamson can chime in on this as well.
Maya's flicking it off to me. I think just if you get someone to drive baseline, just to wheel to you get your athlete to wheel to the middle. What I mean by that is go from baseline to the top of the charge circle and be ready to catch. And if you have someone driving into the middle, you know, just get them to cut baseline and ready to catch and shoot. It's all about being ready to catch a pass, really, and catch and finish around the rim, which, you know, some of these kids have done a good job at throughout the week, and it gets a lot tougher when you're in day 4, when your legs are a little bit sore and tired.
Underway here in quarter number 4. Opunake going right to left with the pill. As here's Gibson creating some space at all. Summerfield is going to have to create off the dribble. And a foul is called on Lambert, and that's a big one, Josh.
Yeah, that's number 4 on young Lambert. I really could have thought you could have got away with no call there because, you know, big bodies. One ripped at the ball, so called a block. But she's calling the foul when he reached on the ball. So I think he did. Initially, he did a good job at walling up, and there's just a reach down when he got pushed over. When he got.
That's the hardest thing, isn't it? It's almost a reaction of if you get hit in the chest, your hands are kind of going to come down and out.
As we see Summerfield there missing the Koutu Tautuku. Tutuku, sorry. Koutu Tautuku. Koutu Tautuku.
Oh. Away come Manukura, got away with one there. Opunake going 0 for 2 from the charity stripe.
It's interesting to see Lambert on the perimeter, not in that high post action.
Maybe he's just trying to complete his scouting video with a few different looks of the versatility he can bring.
Yeah, well, he has hit one Koutu Whiwhi Toru, so, you know.
Here come Opunake down 8. So Josh, time isn't a factor at the moment in this comeback. It's just going to be the execution, isn't it?
Yeah, for sure. Like, Manukura just need to show up their defense here as, you know, Opunake are just finding it a little bit hard to get it in the paint. As they do, they miss an easy Urua.
Here come Manukura again. And it feels like they've always had the better of the pace in this game, Josh. It's kind of played the way that they want it to be played. As up goes Lambert.
Yeah. There's a great cut there. Interesting, like, they've thrown that skip pass for the majority of the game, but then they have that little dump down there. As we see Summerfield. Interesting. No call, but I think it was a good no call there. Both defenders were walling up.
Have another look at it here, just cut across. And I guess the other thing as well is that it was deemed Manukura ball.
Yeah, interesting. And obviously Lambert's trying to get out of the way, so because he's on 4, as we see Tia giving Lambert a bit of a break.
Gonna stay the way of Manukura here. As you can see, our wonderful cameraman Sam setting up the baseline camera for tonight's finals.
Yeah, we're down to nitty-gritty for the finals.
How good does Angelo Hill look in the background? Is there suited and booted?
Oh yeah, it's the finals. Would you expect anything less?
Just warming himself up?
He's warming up like he's playing.
Did you ever get to see Angelo play back in his heyday?
No, a little bit before my time. But, you know, for stories, one hell of a player.
Manukura really starting to get the crowd behind them. We talked about it being an Opunake home game. I feel like that switched a little bit, Josh.
Yeah, for sure.
Up 59-49.
Yeah, Manukura generally always have good support when they play here at home, so good to see the whānau out.
Gibson splits the double team and is able to convert, and a big basket there for Opunake. They were struggling a little bit to create, and it just takes a little bit of pressure off the offense.
Oh yeah, shuffle defeat there, young Eddie Mana Harrison. He's done that a few times. Just a little bit eager to go for a little uma.
Oh, as we say, thank you for Catherine Jallis for keeping it positive and bringing Josh Thompson dinner so he didn't pass away. Gibson to the hoop, lovely find, and the foul on the catch is going to be a baseline inbound. Would ask Catherine Jallis for some comments, but there's not much voice left.
We still got 3 more days, Catherine. As we hear Tia barking out instructions to sort out the boys' defense.
Here's Gibson, finds Summerfield. This is a matchup we like to see. And again, it's Lambert out. I mean, Josh, they've still got a decent lead. The Lambert question becomes, do you try, put him back in, just ride him for that last foul and hope that you've kind of got a 14-point lead if he fouls out? Yeah,
no, for sure. I think Tia will look to bring him back around the 6-minute mark. Generally, if I'm coaching, that's generally what I look to do, 6-minute mark.
As he's now on the subs bench?
Yeah, well, that's pretty close. because you know, he's been pretty dominant down here and down low, but I think Nathaniel Bells did a good job at defending Summerfield there and getting the rebound. So
kick out to the corner. Kurufifi Toru is good.
Yeah.
And that's a massive shot for Elijah Manel.
Yeah, he's been very good this in this third and fourth game. You know, he's been really active attacking the hoop, and he's hit a big shot there, the big Kurufifi Toru.
Nice dump off there from Summerfield, and Wiramu Henry with the nice 2 points.
Yeah, tough finish there from Henry through contact. As we hear the Opunake crowd start to pick up. Nice right to left Euro, just can't finish. Moss can't. Gets his own two-dupper. As we see young Eddie Mana Harrison saying all ball. Just it doesn't have to be that aggressive, right? He's right there. He's just overly aggressive and just pushing. So it's got to be smart now. 3-0 foul count. As we see Lambert back into the game with 5:30 to go.
Again, they're really, that left corner, hasn't it? It's been amazing. His lovely little floater there for Manukura.
Great work there from Elijah with the penetration in the wheel. As we see Summerfield being the distributor this time.
In and out for Puki Tereri Chase.
As we see the muckers around the perimeter. Pass, sorry. Well, yeah, mucker is pass. So.
Oh, lovely little hesitation to the corner. Kurufifi Toru.
Yeah.
Rebound Summerfield, but I love the looks they're getting, Josh.
Yeah, Elijah Manuel's really been a playmaker out of that left corner, and here he is here with the steal and
what
the
a finish.
assist.
Off the tupper and the Papa Moody, the Rua back out to an 11-point lead here. Amazing what influence having Lambert out on the floor can do.
Yeah, they've just kind of short up that interior.
Oh, tough finish,
Tough
Jari
finish, yeah.
Summerfield.
Yeah.
Goes straight at Lambert, did well though to wall up,
Yeah,
not reach.
You think if Lambert has one less foul, he's a little bit more aggressive there, but I like the wall up on the defense.
Thinks about the Kurufifi Toru. Just happy, aren't they? Just to give up a good shot to try and get a great one.
A little bit eager there. Probably had one more dribble in him to get in the paint. But he's been a great playmaker there for Manukura, his young Elijah Manuel.
Right here is a big position here for Opunake. No good, Harry Gibson.
Good defense there from.
And Josh down 9, 3.5 to play. Still a lot of time, but those are the positions, isn't it, where you need to get some points out of it.
Oh yeah, for sure. Opunake have come up dry the last few positions, as we see young Irimana in the corner for Kurufifi Toru, can't make it. And the two-dupper by Tereri Chase, who's actually been quite quiet, I feel, on the court.
He has been one of their main players. A little lazy pass and one. And whether or not he got contact on that, Josh, it was the motion, wasn't it? As the referee had the angle that made it an obvious call.
Yeah, like players need to understand that if you're throwing the hand down with this reach there, it does look suspicious, right? And you just got to keep away from those things and be disciplining. Hey, I give away the turnover, I'm back on defense. If I'm going to foul him, I kind of need to foul him so he doesn't get the ball off the ground and into the hoop. But, yeah, it is what it is.
It is what it is. So, 3 minutes and 6 seconds to play. And this game is anything but what Maya Williamson is demonstrating at the moment. It is not a sleeper. 11 points, 3 minutes. There's still plenty of time for Opunake to come back in this one, but Josh, Manukura doing such a great job offensively of creating amazing opportunities for them to try and close this game out.
Yeah, it's just a penetration, right? Kick to the corner, close out is you're either giving him a baseline or a middle and it's not square. And young Elijah's just been able to penetrate and get to the rim, and he's either finishing or he's hitting the wheel for Bell. And it's interesting that Bell is the one playing in that high post and not Lambert. So I take it that Lambert must be the better three-point shooter, I guess, if we're going there.
I've seen him hit a few Kuruwhiwhi Torus, and look at the confidence of Manukura, not bringing anyone into a rebound. Full confidence he was going to convert that Kuru Tautuku.
3 minutes to go.
Going to stay Opunake ball here. 69-57.
Good defense. Great defense there. Pressure, you know. He really doesn't need to make that pass. Does Chris John Abbott? There's no one really guarding him. He could maybe like look to penetrate. And I think that's been the biggest difference between both teams, because they've both been in a zone for pretty much the whole game, right?
You wonder how much Manukura's done the personal scout, right?
Yeah.
Figuring out what guys are comfortable where. Nice little high on ball. Good ball rotation. Kuruwhiwhi Toru on the way. Rebound Harry Gibson away. Come Opunake. Oh, well picked off there.
Ooh.
He read that one like Trayvon Diggs. And a tech warning.
Yeah, doesn't
I
need
like
to
that tech warning, actually.
Oh,
You can't
sure.
throw it away there.
Yeah.
It's disrespectful.
Just needs to calm down, you know. He's had a few calls not go his way. Good hustle, but he just needs to relax and calm down a little bit.
Moss, that's a lot of open space. Can't convert a rebound. Manukura, out they come. 2 minutes and change to play.
Oof.
Oh my goodness, it's going to end up the way of Opunake. And that's the issue, isn't it, Josh? When the ball comes to you that quickly, you kind of can't not react to that tip.
No, it's a hard one, right? Because you see the ball and you just instincts kick in and you go, oh, stick my hand out. Oh, no, shouldn't have done that.
Moss, Kuruwhiwhi Toru, in and out. Rebound, Summerfield up and in.
Oh.
Back to 10 points, 2 minutes.
Yeah, they've really, like, Summerfield probably needs to get a few touches down low because he's been pretty dominant when he has got the ball. And he's...
Now, thing I'm intrigued by here, Josh, Opunake have only used one foul.
Yes,
and they're gonna, if you think about it, they've probably got 4. There's probably 6 possessions left in this game. So they've got to find ways to create X possessions, and not being in the bonus, forcing the other team to the free throw line, meaning you'll get the ball back after.
Yeah.
It's potentially going to make it tough for them as, again, Gibson off the O board, no good.
Yeah, Lambert did a great job of there, staying vertical and being...
They need all of those to go down, don't they, Opunake?
It's a big position here. Could pretty much almost close the game now.
Got to agree with you. Chance to seal it if they can score here. Manukura, 4 seconds. Kuruwhiwhi Toru is up. And they've got to work hard now. Opunake get the ball down quickly.
Quick shots here.
But not just quick shots, quality looks. Kuruwhiwhi Toru out of the corner, no good.
I don't mind that one.
Oh, off to the races. Probably not what you'd want as a coach, but if you score...
Yeah.
Not a good position there for Manukura.
No.
Time is on your side. Summerfield again.
Yeah.
Doing a good job going straight at Lambert.
Yeah, Lambert with 4 fouls. Doesn't want to pick up his 5th there because they kind of need him out there. But Manukura just need to settle down a little bit.
Need to really be a bit more aggressive. Opunake need to use some fouls. Just letting this time run away too much. Corner. Kuruwhiwhi Toru, Lambert, no good again. Outcome Opunake.
Yeah, I'm thinking timeout here. Opunake score.
And the block, Kuruwhiwhi Toru. And that is going to do it. Just about. Are they going to foul? Yes, they are. Moss is going to commit it.
They need to foul three more times, but I think with that one,
that could do it.
Manukura may feel comfortable. I don't think Tia looks he doesn't look comfortable. Yeah, arms folded.
Not at all. He knows it's 000s when he should feel comfortable.
Yeah, for sure. We can feel comfortable. We're in the booth.
Right, here's Manukura. Little cross screen action looking for Lambert. Foul again called. That's going to be foul number 3. It's always a strange one, isn't it, Josh, when you talk about, you know, the old school thinking of the respect, not fouling and kind of just letting the team play it out, whereas the whole thinking of, you know, you got to play the full 40 minutes sometimes.
Well, like, you're playing for a medal, and there it is there with Blake Kaiwai there with the layup and finishing it off there. So as we see Opunake, we just dribble it out, and Manukura will be your A-boys 3rd place finisher.
That's going to do it. Full time here, folks. Manukura 71, Opunake 61. From myself, Andrew Horrocks, producer Rich, and camerawoman Jess, we're going to take probably a 12-minute break. And we're going to be back with girls single A finals action coming to you live from Fly Palmy Arena. We will see you soon.
Funding is a real challenge. We know that a lot of schools face that ongoing, and the reality is if you go to a lower decile school in New Zealand, you are less likely to be able to afford to participate in sport.
Obviously, having come through it myself with kids and being one of those kids myself who played sport, I know how much it defined who I was. And now being able to go, I can't fix it all, but we can help and try and give to those people who are going through really tough times.
Ladies and gentlemen,
this isn't about what we wore back in the day.
We're going to go now. Going once, going twice, no more offers. Sold!
It's about being trusted to get a better result for our clients since 1973.
Sport is about more than just the game. It's about going from teammates to best mates. It's the high fives and helping hands. It's saluting when to back yourself or back your buddies. It's actually being excited to get out of bed early on a Saturday. Sport is about more than just the game. That's why Caltex is proud to help fuel school sports.
I just want to thank New Zealand Carbon Farming for taking the initiative and supporting schools like ours.
It's really important they have that outlet to come to kura for another reason other than curriculum, and for some reason in our water our kids just breathe sport, and having that resource here makes life that much more enjoyable and they can keep doing what they're good at.
Having this funding, being able to use it specifically targeting sport is hugely beneficial.